actually makes me
Girl,
laugh.
I don't know that I want to see the image.
Look, no, look.
Bro, I'm
Oh
gone.
god. Oh god.
Why
I'll
you
make
look
them a-
like that?
Fuzzy raspberry.
Fucking what? No. No.
I thought you're supposed to be scary. That's just a homosexual.
Fuzzy raspberry.
Kiara, you don't know anything. You don't know anything.
I know a lot about Freddy Raspberry.
Clearly, you don't.
I do. I do.
Okay,
I know a
go
lot.
on about you know so much about Freddy fucking Fraz fuck.
I know him inside and out.
Mary is
And she says she's not a fucking furry. Who are you?
Is the stream started already?
Yeah, it has.
Please post Fuzzy Raspberry for the entire stream to see Fuzzy Raspberry.
Fucking Freddy Faz fuck.
Why? Oh my god.
Fuzzy Raspberry.
Let me put it on the stream.
What are you putting on the stream?
Freddy
Raspberry.
Raspberry.
Bruh.
That's my favorite image.
Okay, I gotta make it big
I
enough
hate
for
that I
everyone
sent
to
you that.
see.
I'm so mad that I introduced you to that. I didn't think this would have such
No, I was the one
Kiara,
who
you
sent
do
you
that
the
with so
TikTok.
many things. You do
I
that with
was-
so many things.
I sent you the TikTok here, but I forgot about it. Then you sent me the screenshot of it, and then I fucking lost
Bro,
it.
the fucking Russian bitch, the fucking Freddy Raspberry, fucking
Freddy Raspberry.
what else?
that
Listen.
random picture I sent and unsent to the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna send it.
Honestly,
Now
I
that
wanna
everyone
send it
got
to
their
our-
daily dose of Freddy Raspberry, I'm gonna delete it off the stream forever.
Yeah, I'm sending it.
No, keep it.
I am not keeping that on the fucking stream. I'm gonna put that on the stream.
Freddy Raspberry.
I'm putting that on the stream.
I'm deleting it.
I already saved it. It's too late. It's on the stream. It's Kiara.
No.
No, it's not supposed to be.
Talk shit, get hit,
It's
bitch.
not supposed to be Kiara. That's the funny part.
Who drew that? Did Kiara draw that?
Kiara.
Probably, yes, I'm sure. I'm certain.
Kiara, that for sure is you. I don't give a fuck.
No.
You had to
What?
be there.
Well, you had
What
to
the
be there.
fuck is
Well,
that?
it's most definitely not Jacqueline, because if that's Jacqueline, she sure as hell got all the proportions wrong.
No, that's Josie.
What? That's Josie.
She was trying to make Josie into that kid crying meme, but it turned out so bad.
When the fuck does Josie have black hair?
Because she's a vampire.
Oh my god, I fucking forgot.
Why are her eyes brown? When did that happen?
No, Kiara, send the meme. Send the
I'm
meme.
doing it. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now.
Fucking fix it. Jesus Christ.
Bro, she put it in the whole wrong chat.
I'm
Yeah.
surrounded by things
Yeah.
that can kill me.
No, post it in the Discord. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm sorry. There's so much going on. Hold on. I'm like, my hands aren't
I'm gonna
working.
throw up.
Fucking Freddy Faz fuck.
Freddy Fraz Rare.
Freddy Fraz Fucky.
Y'all
No.
gotta chill, bro. We ain't even started the D&D, and
I
y'all
know,
already
but
at
this
a 10.
This is funny.
If we were in Phasmophobia, we would always be at a 10.
We're always.
We would be all in
Stop.
one house, and there would be two ghosts, and it would be the twins. But then there's 4 of us, and then we're always at a 10. Whenever we're like in the same room or near each other, we're at a 10.
Oh God. I'm gonna mute this. It must be
What?
nice.
It must be nice.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna throw up.
It
Oh my
must
God.
be nice.
It
Bro,
must
did you
be
put
nice.
Freddy Raspberry? I know you did not just put that as your profile picture. I know that I do not have to say that every time I look at your freaking icon. I get to see Freddy Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear.
Wait, I'm changing my profile picture to the fucking awful Josie shit she drew.
I'm tired.
Fucking SpongeBob hot sauce. Why did that hot sauce drop scare me so much as a kid?
That scared me too as a kid, bro.
Y'all weird ass kids.
Well, I'm sorry I got scared by a drop of hot sauce, Mary. My god. What is that?
Frizzy Raspberry.
Oh god, it's a piranha. Okay, that's great.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god, what the fuck is that? Another fucking Spinosaur?
Ew! Get that out of here!
Jesus Christ, those are beautiful.
I agree.
Frizzy Raspberry.
Oh fuck.
Haley's
Damn
definitely
fucking-
playing a fucking game, and Kiara's talking about this satanic ass shit, thinking she's calling it beautiful. What the fuck?
Oh my god. I'm gonna throw
Look,
up.
man, I've got Spinosaurus. There's so many. There's like 4 surrounding my base, and then there's 2 giant crabs, and then there's raptors and
Wait.
little hyena dog
Can
things.
I start?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, actually, we have to
Oh,
talk
shit.
more about Freddy
I am
Fazbear.
not. We're done. Okay. So, do y'all remember where we left off last session?
Trauma.
Yeah.
Zare said,
Siren
I'm
lost
sorry.
memory.
Left to go to his family's second timeline. Spring's angry as fuck. Siren has no memory. And everyone else is kind of okay.
And we're just all kind of chilling, except for Spring and Siren. I mean, Siren's still
I mean,
chilling,
Leaf kind of
but
absorbed shit, and Moss is here. Poor Moss.
yeah.
Moss is still under the LZ Arcana mineral, by the way, technically.
Oh, I thought it left her
Oh
body.
wait, did Zare not like leave with
No.
her?
No, he
Damn.
didn't leave with her. He left her there, and then he vamoosed. But
Damn.
if you remember, the LZ Arcana mineral doesn't work that way. Once it's in your bloodstream, you can't get it out unless someone else, unless Zare has a cure, I suppose.
I guess we're gonna go beat his ass up, like beat him up, like gang style, and then be like, "Where's the cure?"
Give me the
Yeah.
cure!
Make Shamil remember. Roll a history check to see if Shamil remembers the fucking cure fucking
You
shit.
know what? I'll
It
make
didn't
her
You
work.
bloody fucking-
I'll
If
make
you
her
remember,
bloody-
you did try it and it did not work in regards to this. You guys were the people from the second timeline, Kira and them. They did experiments on it to see if it would work. If you remember.
I guess I don't remember.
Okay. So if we flash back a little bit, right?
Uh-huh.
Y'all bumped into a bunch of Zare's quote unquote people before that were under the LZ Arcana mineral. Right? And then they
Fancy
took y'all
word for
down
that.
that alleyway and they all like killed themselves and y'all were like, oh fuck.
Yeah, bitch, I remember that shit.
Yeah. Well, y'all revived one of them and they came back to life and they were still under the LZ Arcana mineral again.
Damn, that's nuts.
So therefore it has something to do with bloodstreams and therefore from that and after that y'all got some of the LZ Arcana mineral. If you remember, Josie and Straw did it. They climbed up things, got the LZ Arcana mineral, came back, and Girl in Towers.
Would you believe I remember that too?
You remember it?
I do remember it.
Oh my god, you remember it. They dissected it and they tested it with the cure that
Tested
was from
positive.
the other campaign. Didn't work. So there is no cure unless Zara has one, apparently.
Damn.
Long story short. Okay. So after recovering the capital and all the struggles that lied with recovering the capital, you guys all realize a lot of problems still reside, despite Abaddon. Abaddon's still an issue. Kiara, if you make more noise, I'm throwing you. Thank you. Okay.
Kiara taking a fucking bath earlier, I swear to God.
Okay.
Honestly.
The death of the king and queen were made public. And a couple of days later, Zeron, Spring's uncle, and Eliana's brother, who was the queen, he arrived, sorry.
Gee.
And
He came. He finally came.
you saw him come through the
Oh.
door, and Spring ran up to him, and they had a hug. And she was crying, and she was explaining everything to him, and he brushed her tears away and patted her back, and he helped her to the throne room, and he said to you guys, as he walks by, he says, I believe my sister used to call these emergency family meetings or something like that. So if you all could gather everyone in the throne room, that'd be
Whoosh.
nice.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Sarah just sits outside. I'm not part of his family.
Josie just picks him up by his collar and then drags him in the
Okay.
room.
Okay.
And after everyone's there, Spring and Zeron are standing side by side in front of you all. And Zeron says, so, in case the worst were to happen, my sister left me directions on what to do. And in these directions, she said to give Spring a choice. And as members of her family, he gestures to you all, I'm sure she and the late king and queen would appreciate all your help in helping her decide. It says her choice is whether or not she wants to claim the title of Queen of Nyxurberos. Eliana left it to where if she would decide not to, then she could relinquish the title to me. If she wanted to keep it, I'd stand by her side and help her. But I'll leave this choice to her and you all. I also want to mention that later this afternoon will be the king and queen's funerals. I already handled all the affairs regarding this, so you have all day to rest, and have the rest of the day to yourselves, practically, to do whatever you need before that.
Fuzzy raspberry.
And
shut the hell up.
Spring nods and says, one of which the things we have to do is to destroy Zare. And Leaf interjects, yeah, or at least get him to relinquish the hold over Moss by giving her the cure, and restoring Siren's memories. He's kind of useless like this. And Lucian nods and says, yeah, I punched him the other day and he collapsed on the floor. It was bad.
Who?
You!
Oh, me. Wait, what did I do?
No, Lucian punched you and he fell to the ground.
Listen, he lost his previous memory. He's not a freaking
stupid.
He's stupid now.
I forgot the word. It's when you forget things like in a second.
Short-term memory loss?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Consistent short-term memory loss. He's just okay.
It's like Camille, but worse.
So yeah. If you all have anything else you want to discuss or say or whatever, now's the time.
Mary, look in chat.
Oh, I definitely see that shit. I'm trying to ignore it.
What are we discussing?
Springs, if she wants to keep the title or not.
So we gotta discuss whether we want her to be the queen.
Well, I think it's up
princess
to her.
thing.
It's up to her.
So it's not up to y'all. It's up to her. But she.
Okay, good, because that is not our decision to make.
It's not your decision to make, but because you're basically the only family she has left, other than Zeron, she might want your opinions on it. But that's gonna go throughout the entire episode today. So you don't have to answer that right now, because by the end of the day, it'll be answered.
I think Jessie's gonna ask how she feels about the title right now.
That's okay. You don't have to, but you might want to plan what you're gonna do about Zare and the other things right now.
I'm gonna fucking obliterate Zare in 2 seconds. He said, "I'm sorry," and then fucking zoinked that up.
He said, "My apologies," and just disappeared.
I know, that was like those.
Mother apologies.
Oh my god.
After killing the literal queen, but whatever.
I know, like literally.
bad.
I was like, I killed Onyx. He killed Onyx. He killed the queen. He got rid of Siren's memories. He
Which
has
is
Moss in the
hilarious, because that's literally
hole.
treason. He literally committed treason.
I know. And then he said, "My apologies if it means anything," and then disappeared.
He literally did like what like a fucking high schooler does when they're like bored. Like, oh, I've been so terrible, and like I have to take responsibility for my actions. But, like, if it even matters, like, who cares what I think anymore? I'm so bad.
He said,
I-
"I'm sorry."
I'm sorry. I have to beat up on him on that because that was some that was funny.
I'm glad y'all appreciated that, because honestly, that's what he did.
Because that's so
Because he's
funny.
a fucking whack ass bitch.
He's such an asshole.
He is a whack ass.
Anyway, if you
Yeah,
want to
no,
discuss what y'all are gonna do in regards to that, you might want to do it now.
Okay,
Well,
y'all
first,
go first.
well, okay. First, we already established that we need to find the right portal because we don't want to end up in I was gonna say Amazons. I mean Abaddon's fucking line of sight. That's the first one. That's my first opinion into this.
Mhm.
Shut up, Kiara. Anyway. God.
God, shut up.
The
Shut
wheels of
up, I
her
wanna
brain
bury
be going
myself.
too fucking hard. I hear it all the way from my house. They go on.
Anyway. Anyway.
What is going on?
Do we even know the correct limbo portal to go to the second timeline? Stop.
Spring nods and she says, "I did some research. I couldn't sleep last night, so all I did was research."
Wow, Mary, that's great.
Spring says, "So with my research that I did, I think that if we went through the limbo portal that is on Earth, that we'd get closer to the second timeline to be able to hop over there, because as we saw and know from our soldiers, the second timeline and limbo are merging, if not completely. So we should be able to sneak through without touching Abaddon's area."
Okay, that's pretty good. Should we bring the other time stone we have so we can have the other limbo team make it permanent?
I don't know, Doctor Strange. Should we bring the time stone?
I'm gonna take you, Kiara, and pull your head off like a
It's
Lego.
gonna be like a Brad doll. When you peel the head off, it just slides out slowly because the glue came undone.
What do you mean make it permanent, Jacqueline?
Like I told y'all in the limbo campaign, you're gonna try to find a way to make the time stone, I guess, permanent. So whatever you did with it will make it permanent in time. Without having a time stone.
Y'all can just drop it off with them, I suppose.
They have two. That's their problem now.
Yeah, drop it off with them and be like, "Don't get it destroyed, or else you're gonna destroy our lives, I guess."
And Haddon's like, "I'm tired."
I'm tired. But yeah, so that's the plan.
just to go. Why if Abaddon does see us?
Die. I don't know.
Shut the hell up.
I can't die. I'm physically incapable to die.
Sorry, DM said that. Wait,
I know
it player who asked? Was it player who asked, or was it character who asked?
It was character who asked, not Jacqueline.
Which character?
Probably Jessie, because she's the more plan ahead person.
Okay, Lucian would respond, "We kill him." We just go like.
He's like, I know we all want to solve every single problem in one go, but maybe this isn't.
No, we can do it. We can do it. If we bump into him, we'll do it. It's fine. Leaf goes, "Yeah, totally not like he absorbed like 3 gods' essences and
that's
everything else."
We're planning for the second time, getting to the second timeline right now. Trying not to fight Abaddon yet, because we don't know the plan yet.
Lucian takes a deep breath and says, "Damn it."
We will fight him though. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're not going to fight him, but just for this, this exploration, we're not. Josie's like, I remember he almost tried to suck my soul out. That was fun.
I wish he would suck something else.
Shut up!
That was really good.
Oh my god. Y'all are literally
What
the
the
worst
fuck?
today.
It's Kiara. She got me that.
What do you
First
mean by that?
Kiara don't respond to my fucking texts. Now Kiara fucking sitting here acting like a hood rat during my D&D. I swear to God.
Did you see what she said
Oh,
on Instagram chat?
No! I'm going to it right now.
What the fuck?
She said something from the Instagram chat about Mary's ass hairs.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, she sunset it.
I definitely saw it because she sent it to me fucking individually as well, by the way. Anyway, start the session. Y'all are the players. Play.
I'm trying. I'm fucking recovering. Anyway, so who should we take on this team? I know Spring's coming for sure. So
Spring demands it.
Leon should go. I want Leon to go.
I want to take Siren so I can get beat up a little bit.
He doesn't know what's going on. Would he want to come?
No,
He probably
doesn't
would
know what
not
they're
want to
fighting
come, actually.
for. He doesn't know what they're fighting for.
Yeah,
He's
so
not going.
bring
Luna would go.
Luna and Leon excursion.
Or maybe he does need to go because he's the one who's getting
Yeah.
his memory replaced.
Spring says, "Hi, Siren who doesn't know he's Siren. Hello, you're coming with us.
Hi. What are we doing?
We're restoring
You're getting
your
your-
memories."
I have memories.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's been like at least a few weeks and he still hasn't processed
Bro, it's been a couple days.
in a couple days, bro.
Oh. How are we gonna do this? I thought that's like, isn't that like impossible?
No, I'm
No.
gonna kill a man.
And he just looks at him like questionably, like, okay.
He's a bad man though, so it's okay.
Killing a man's gonna give me back my okay. Okay, I see. I've been picked up by lunatics. All right.
I'm
Thumbs up.
hurt by the assessment that we're lunatics, but okay.
Josie's like, I mean, I got
I don't think we're lunatics. I think we're completely sane.
Listen, you have like a demon thing following you. He like motions over to Samora. You have that. You have like an emo like 40-year-old over there. He points to Strahd, and I don't know. Are you emo too? Josie, like, are you emo?
She's like, only half.
Oh, and you have a cowboy over there, and he points at Leon.
Yeah, he's an undead cowboy, so.
Oh, a zombie costume cowboy. That's cool. That's fun.
Spring thinks to herself for a moment. She says, have you seen yourself?
I don't understand it either.
You don't understand?
I still don't understand. All I know is my name's Siren.
Mm-hmm.
Like wee woo, cop siren, like this cop. Green. And I carry
You
this
wouldn't know
cop
that
thing.
you wouldn't know. No one knows what you're talking about. Cops don't go wee woo in fucking fantasy medieval land.
How do you know you're fantasy medieval? This is getting too meta. This is getting way too meta.
Actually, you guys met cops if you remember.
Did they go wee woo?
You didn't ask them, but maybe they
Maybe
walk
they do
around going wee woo.
Wait,
wee
no.
woo.
Does Leon know they go wee woo since he's seen the police a lot?
Yeah, they just run around going wee woo wee
Yeah.
woo.
Leon's gonna
No,
say
it's like
Wow.
the banana guards.
Leon's
like
like,
from
I've
Cops
been
are
trying
full
to.
of fucking psychotics.
Yeah, Leon's like, yeah, I've encountered a lot of cops in my day. They do go wee woo, but they say it.
That's weird. Oh my god, where am I? These face palms. Where am I? I don't know what's going on.
Okay,
Oh, you're
well,
coming-
as long as you consent, you're coming with. And Leaf says, I'm coming with as well. And Lucian says, I also want to come because I want to go speak with Girl in Tower.
Okay.
Girl in
wait,
Tower?
why girl in tower? She's crazy.
Yeah, but she's smart.
You're right.
Girl in Tower. Okay.
Lucian spells it out for him.
Girl in tower.
Sorry, just rubbing his face. Like, let me guess. I'm assuming she doesn't live like in the castle. She lives in a tower.
No, her tower got burnt down.
Why is her name still Girl in Tower?
Because she
Because that's
named
her
something?
name.
Yeah, that's her name. That's
I
kind of
mean,
rude for you
I
to.
guess we could ask her to like change it to Girl in No Tower, but I think I think that's kind of dramatic.
Girl in non-tower.
We don't want to rub it in
Girl in
exactly.
Ashes.
Girl in ashes.
That's not even our daughter. Why are you asking questions about how they named their kid?
I don't
Honestly,
know. I thought
Oh,
aren't you guys in a family or something? You know what? Never mind.
Hayden and Kira didn't have. It's don't. They're not her kids. She was found in a tower by Kira.
You can rename kids.
I don't think they even own Girl in Tower yet, or like adopted her.
They own her. She's a puppy now.
That's all I could think of. Like that's my fast process of thoughts.
So yeah, so the NPCs that are going with you guys are Spring, Lucian, and Leaf.
Josie's like, I kind of want to punch Abaddon again. I think that was a good moment. Don't worry about it.
Spring says, well, Abaddon is him, and points at Leaf, but bad.
I'm the twin.
Yeah, twin.
Kind of, I suppose.
How do you suppose a twin? He looks like so. He's like he's on the brink of tears.
And Josie's like, look, if we get your memories back, Siren, then you won't have to worry about overthinking all of this.
You know what? Why even think of anything? You know what? You know what? Yeah, I'm dreaming.
Yeah, how about you just come with us and you're gonna wake up?
Sure. That
Then
sounds
you'll
swell.
remember that we're all best friends.
Ooh, we're best friends.
Yeah. The
Ooh.
bestest of friends.
Oh, okay. How long have we been friends?
Our whole lives.
Did we grow up together?
Yeah.
This is funny.
Did we grow up together? Yeah.
It's just like nodding his face. Okay, that's cool. So I'm assuming we're all blood related then, because we're all family, right?
No.
No.
Half of us kids aren't even related by blood.
Half
of us are
we're not even
orphans.
related to our parents.
I mean,
Wait.
Josie and
Are we
Leon are
adopted?
kind of the only ones blood related besides Allura and Archeon.
So I'm not related to any of you guys. And Luna raises her hand, crying. I'm here.
No, you're related to your mother. So
The old lady over there crying.
She's not that old. That's kind of rude.
yeah, she's only in her 30s. God.
She has made no interaction with me.
How old is Luna anyway?
She's like 30. No, she's like 42.
I don't think she's in her 40s. I remember her being in her 30s.
Yeah, you know what? 30 is a good shot. 30.
She
30
was
is
You
good.
can go like mid late 30s.
Yeah, because she was like younger 20s when she had Siren.
Yeah.
Okay, well y'all are vamoosing away, so make sure you know what characters you're playing.
Leon. Give me the van.
What are you playing, Haley?
I no.
Most
I
of the
guess I'll
kids are
take
coming.
Fabian.
Okay.
Should I take Fabian or Faith?
Well, Fabian probably knows Zarre better than Faith, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I should take Shamil. Shamil or Leon? Who's more entertaining? I might do Leon just because he's entertaining. Funny.
Whatever. Whatever.
Whatever.
How we said we have to decide how spring rules, and then we just said no. How about now? No, I don't think so.
Well, Spring wants to take care of Zare first.
Yeah. And we do need like Zari probably has the answers to also our solution, like our problem right now, like 2 of our problems. So
Whoops, sorry.
What the hell? Take your vibrator off the mic. My goodness. Have some
wait,
respect.
should Leaf watch Moss? No, Shamil should watch Moss. Okay, yeah, Shamil should not go.
Why should Shamil watch Moss?
Technically, she was supposed to be her mother, like Leaf.
Oh, I forgot.
Well, Moss is probably gonna have to come too as well, but I don't consider her an NPC because she's not gonna fight.
Okay, fair enough.
Because she's still under LZ Arcana Mineral, so it's a little wonky, but she has to come with just like why Siren has to come with.
Leon's gonna be like, I'm gonna make another stupid little wish while I'm gone.
Archeon says, "The fuck you are."
He says it in his head, and Archeon's already like, the fuck you are.
The fuck you are.
The fuck you are.
He's like, you got the look on your face. You're not going anywhere.
You little bitch.
Leon's like, okay, I won't make a wish this time.
Luna's just sad. She's like, okay, let's go get my son's memories back.
Okay.
Luna too.
You know what? We're just gonna bring everyone. Everyone's coming as a cult.
Okay, you know.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, nothing's gonna attack
Casimir and Zeron are gonna stay behind.
Okay.
Love you, Casimir.
Love you, Casimir.
He does like the heart with his. He does the heart with his fingers. You know that thing?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He does it with both hands.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I know Josie ran over to like a fucking Casimir after they got the castle back and was like, yo, shit went down.
Shit went down.
Casimir just like nodding, like,
He's the gossip girl.
He is. He goes spreads the gossip.
Jessie's like, here's the gossip. Okay, you're coming back to the castle. My town will be fine.
Bro, it's so funny. Casimir's just like, I don't want nothing to do with none of these bitches or none of this business. Like, he just stay in his house making like little fucking suits and shit for y'all. That's all he does.
Bro, he's
making suits for y'all for the funeral as well.
Bro. How kind.
Anyway, y'all vamoose to the Earth, and you hop through the portal, and now you're in Limbo. Congratulations. You do see the black smoke in the distance, but it's not near you guys. So if you're careful, you should be able to avoid it.
Okay, let's avoid it. Woo! We also have the bus, the crystal buses.
Yeah, y'all hop in the crystal bus, and y'all vamoose, and you're driving around.
Fucking crystal bus.
And as you're going, at some point, Limbo seems to look a lot more, I suppose to say, earthly. You start seeing buildings and houses and everything, and you start seeing a lot more industrialization of sorts. And you start seeing like little cars go by, and y'all are like, "What the fuck are those?"
Wait, is it buggy cars or is it like our cars?
No, not our cars. Like old-timey cars.
We got Ford F-150s. We got fucking Jeep Wranglers.
It's like the OG cars, like the no.
The Ford Model T, we got that.
Nah, it's like you know,
the old-timey buggies, the steel buggies, and
exactly.
Like that.
Go-karts.
I'm assuming this is the second time I'm merging with Limbo.
It is. You look through the windows and you see little television screens, and you're like, "What the fuck are those?"
Leon's like,
you hear Leon, Bartholomew appears on your shoulder, and he says, "I wanted to let you know that the gods have said that if you use anything that is here, they will smite you."
No.
If you build anything that is here, they will smite you.
Leon's like, what? They're cool. Why can't we use it?
because we are far, far more behind in our timeline than this one.
Leon's like, that's stupid.
Damn, we can't speedrun evolution. This sucks.
Leon's all pouty. He's like, I can't take anything from here.
Everyone is with y'all because y'all all decided to go besides the two people, and Archeon's just like in his head like, thank fuck. Thank God. Thank God he doesn't build some destructive ass shit.
Well, if the gods
Because we're
smite
behind-
me, and he's like to Bartholomew, like he kind of says it out loud, like accidentally. He's like, "Well, if the gods smite me, they can't do that because I'll just come back."
Archeon
Come back.
smacks him on the back of the head.
Leon's so determined to learn technology, but he's like, "Fuck."
Bro,
No,
Archeon
bro.
smacks him on the back of the head, and we got like fucking relationship abuse now.
Oh my god.
No, I feel like he smacks him and like fucking Leon just doesn't flinch or move. He's just like stone, like
He
ow.
just stands. He's so used to it.
Because he can't also feel pain because he's undead. So
I imagine he smacks the shit out of him. He just turns and he looks at Archeon, and Archeon's like, "Don't you fucking dare!"
he's like, fine, I won't do anything, but I'm gonna look at everything at least.
I'm about to put a fucking blindfold on you. And
I
y'all
like
keep,
that we're picking every single person.
yeah,
Why not? Family
y'all
vacation.
couldn't decide, so
No, I mean, I guess
Beach
there's
episode.
basically,
we're going to technology, bitches. Yeah.
and
Okay.
Spring hops out the car and walks up to somebody and says, "Hi, do you know of Savior?" And the person nods and says, "Oh, of course we know of Savior. Just go down the road and turn left, and then turn right, then turn left, and there's a big building there, and that's Savior." And she's like, "Okay, thank you."
They
And
don't
she
give a shit about the bus because they've seen buses.
yeah. She hops on the car and y'all drive and y'all go left, right, and then you see a big ass palace of sorts, and you're like, "Wow, this must be it."
Damn.
And y'all go up and
Please let Hayden answer the door. Please let Hayden answer.
you see Kira running around and fucking running around like the whole out area of this palace, chasing Gerlin Tower because she has a knife in her hands and she won't drop it.
Oh my fuck.
And then
She's
Girl
like,
Tower's
"Drop it!
and Girl Tower's like, no, I found this knife. It's mine.
We're just
What
watching
is
this.
on there?
And then
Yeah.
you guys see Ryba standing over next to Emiliano, and they're like just standing there watching this whole debacle happen. And Idris walks up and he's like, so what's happening? And,
And then
they fill him in, and then Hayden walks out and he's like, what? And he sees Kira chasing Gerlin Tower.
what? And then Hayden's like, oh my god. And then Hayden actually lifts up his hand and casts a spell, and he goes flying back into the palace, breaking the door.
He
Oh
goes
my
flying
god.
back.
And he's like, shit.
Kira screams like, she like grabs Gerlin Tower by the like freaking robe and just drags her inside, running after Hayden.
All you hear is, I'm okay. All the way in the back.
And that's when the Limbo crew notices the Nyx Cerberus and Curse Strahd crew that has come for vacation to find Zare.
Oh god. Hayden walks out like after like, I don't know, breaking his back. He does like that old man thing where he has to like bend his back. And he's like, oh my god, why are y'all here?
And Spring says,
Big
well,
Bad came here.
yeah, and my mom is dead.
Hayden's like, I'm sorry. That what? He said, I'm sorry. Like genuinely, like, oh my god.
Sorry? Has this affected you emotionally?
Yeah, Hayden's like, he doesn't know what to say. He's like, oh my god.
So I'm here to kill the culprit. Leaf says, well, maybe we'll see which way the wind goes.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, fill me in on who this is.
Yeah, they give you a brief run. They give Hayden a brief rundown, and Hayden, after they do this, you do remember feeling some sort of godly energy enter the timeline that wasn't there before. So you do know that he is here. You don't know where. Um, when you explain this to them, Gerlin Towers, you know that you also felt this energy, Gerlin Tower, because you're also very magical. Um, and you think that you can create a device, with Leon's help to, you think you could create a device with Leon's help that would direct you guys, it's gonna be a little orb, right? And it's gonna
Yeah.
light up brighter when you're in the direction of Zare, and it'll get dimmer when you're away. So like basically you're hot, you're cold kind of thing.
Girl Tower's like, I have an idea.
Oh,
That's
God.
all she says, and she's like, you. yeah. And then he's like, you, old man, come with me. We must start inventing now. And Leon's like, I get to invent.
Oh, we get to
Everyone's
invent
like
Leon.
scared.
Leon's like, it'll be fine. I haven't made a bomb in like 5 years.
They go start building, and Deadbolt walks over to Rybis and says, hello.
Hello.
I will be back soon. We are going to take care of Abaddon soon, and I will return.
Sounds good to me.
I have missed you, friend.
Aw.
Oh.
Aw.
Email.
Y'all can hear that?
Yes, I can hear you, Kiara.
Oh, that
Have
is
you been
amazing.
talking this whole time?
No, I'm
No,
just
she's
breathing.
been breathing.
She going
That's good, I guess.
on the mic.
Hayden's gonna invite everyone inside as he repairs whatever the fuck he just threw himself with.
Everyone files in, and Kira's watching Hayden intensely, making sure he doesn't hurt himself again.
And he's like, it's fine, Kira. Just a little, trying to learn limbo magics and trying to cast spells. Kind of go out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright. We're fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's like, just come inside.
Mm-hmm. She's very sad. You guys, Kira starts to walk inside. She's the last one walking in, and she turns and she stares out for a moment. And she shakes her head a bit and closes the door and enters.
Hayden's like, well, I bet it was an easy trip over here for y'all. I hope so. Anyway.
We teleported.
Lucian says, it was relatively simple. We did see some of the black smoke, though, but we're going to handle Abaddon eventually.
Oh, I hope so. He's like, if not, we might have to deal with it at the end.
Yeah.
Tease.
Hopefully we don't die.
I hope you don't.
Thanks. We appreciate that. Because if we do, y'all are going to have a godly problem.
Not that we already have godly problems right here. He's like, we already have, I think, 3 gods in the house already. Kind of.
They all
Still trying to think.
Everyone looks at each other like, wait, what?
So Kira, Rybis, and Emiliano seem to have taken the first, second, and third's essences. Whether that makes them gods or not, we don't know right now, because Girl Tower just sent a letter to the Council of Gods and stuff like that, but they're slow, so.
Lucian thinks for a moment and says, well, I can tell you.
Mary, that means I have to expose information for y'all.
He's like, okay, well, I'll handle it later then. But if you need my help, I'll just come back.
I don't mind if you want to expose some information right now, though.
Okay.
It depends. It's on y'all, though, if y'all want to, because I can expose at least a little bit.
Jacqueline spoils. Mary spoils the whole plot of the whole damn thing.
I'll leave it up to you, but Lucian offers because you're Hayden, so he's asking Hayden.
Oh, probably Hayden will decline because I think I'll save that for y'all.
Okay. Lucia says, well, if you ever want very fast response, you know where I am. I'm Park Godly, and I can tell.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thanks.
And Hayden's like, I just gotta figure out how to teach them limbo magics. So I'll figure that out without killing myself in the process. He says that really fast. He says that really fast so Kira doesn't hear it.
Kira's eyes are like big, like quarters. And Spring walks over to Siren and she's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
how was the trip to another timeline? Are you good?
He kind of like, I think so. Are you good?
You look a little feverish."
He lost his memory.
All of Haley's characters simultaneously. He lost his memory.
I was like, apparently I did. I don't remember it.
I'll have Faith be the one that says that.
Okay. And after a few moments of you guys like chatting and everything, Leon and Girl in Tower emerge.
Wait, does Leon get smited for this?
No, this is okay.
I was gonna laugh if just like a bolt came in as a warning and struck Leon.
Girl in Tower's hair and Leon's hair are both singed, and they have smoke all over them, but they have the orb in their hand.
Yeah, their clothes are like slightly burned, and then, like it looked like they went to like freaking Asmodeus's realm and then back.
And you guys like almost simultaneously hear Kira and Archeon gasp and run over to their individuals. Kira runs over to Girl in Tower and Archeon runs over to Leon, and they're like, Kira's like, what happened? And then Archeon's like, what did you do?
And Leon's like, it's okay, just a few explosions in the lab tower, but it's fine. We're good. See? And we might have had to fight off an eldritch being in the process, but it was easy. And Girl in Tower's like, yeah, it was easy. It kind of like grabbed me, and then Leon tried to grab me, and then it went to crap, but then we got the orb.
They're both staring, just like dumbfounded.
What did you say, Kiara? What did Luna say?
Luna just gives a thumbs up. Nobody died.
Yes, see, we're completely fine. Just
we're okay. We're doing stuff that makes me feel better.
Spring walks up and she's like, thank you for the orb. We're gonna go kill Zare now. Leaf adds on to the sentence again and says, maybe. Yes.
Leaf is unsure about it.
Leaf says, we'll see you guys after we deal with all that stuff. So we'll be back.
I want to ask Leaf's opinion about Zare, because I think he was there when Zare was like, I'm sorry.
yeah, you definitely can. Y'all are on your way to Zare's location, so on the way there y'all can chat.
Yeah, she was gonna ask about it because she was there too. She was like, how do you feel with the Zare situation?
Oh, I don't forgive him, and he's most definitely a bastard. However, I don't know how I feel about revenge.
I'm not sure either. Like Shmuel's like, even though Shmuel's put through hell with him, she's like, I'm not sure either.
He says, I don't think revenge is the best way to go, even if it's justified.
Poor Leaf and Spring are gonna have the biggest argument while Zari's just standing there with the fucking corner out.
Leaf says, but I mean, if she decides to do it, I mean, it's her choice. I'm not gonna say no. You can't kill a person that killed your parents. That'd be kind of, rude.
Even if she does kill him, I kind of hope at least he sees his wife and child.
I don't know if that'd be best, but maybe.
I'm not sure. It's just, why not?
I'm sure the gods have a plan for him.
I think so too. Whoever said that.
I think so too. They're gonna fucking crush him with their bare hands.
You hear
You hear a voice come from somewhere.
You hear a voice come from the heavens. Doesn't sound like any of the gods. Suddenly sounds like a woman named Mary. And she just fucking, she says, "Oh yeah, we got a plan for him."
Bitch
Jack,
ass.
Jacqueline interjects in her own timeline. Bitch, remember the gods can barely see in this one.
I firmly believe we should have a campaign where it's just us.
Girl, you
fun.
know how fucked we would be.
It would be so funny.
Bro, it'd be me solving every puzzle. Haley in the corner crying like, "I can't do this! It's too much!" And then fucking Kiara sitting there like, "Oh, let me try this black ichor and then eat it."
One-time thing.
What would I be doing, Mary?
You'd be the DM!
I would be the god. I would be the god that y'all chose to follow. Watching y'all.
Bro. Anyway, do y'all want to have any conversations with any other characters while you're on the way there? About anything?
Um,
Because there are a lot of things you could talk about, to be fair.
You think about something. I'm thinking about something. I already had my conversation. I heard my conversation with Leaf. So
because this session may be one of the last sessions for you guys to actually talk to one another. So
I want to talk to them after we solve the Zare thing because then
we
at least we
definitely
have.
can.
Yeah.
You have this whole session, but
Okay. Yeah, I just want to solve this first before I actually get into like bonding conversations. But like right now, I'm just like I don't know.
okay,
I'll think
because the conversation you just had on characters' opinions might be a little important.
Yeah, I saw Leaf. What about Lucian's opinion with it? I mean, he was there too, but he didn't experience as much from Zare as everyone else.
Yeah, who's asking Lucian?
Josie. I mean, Shimo would probably ask Lucian. She's always fucking curious.
Lucian shrugs and he says, "I mean, if she kills him, she kills him. But if he does die, I think Leaf should absorb him and become more powerful."
Oh,
Now, okay.
Wow, that's a lot of taking. Well, I mean, it's up to his decision.
No, it is. But we have like a brotherly bond, so I think I could convince him.
I don't know if it'd be a good idea. Considering he absorbed a bottle with a cursed energy and like a bomb.
Oh, he's
yeah.
fine.
I was literally
Look at
just
him.
about to say. I was about to have Faith come and be like, "But what if he fucks with the bottle? Is he absorbing like a live body, or is he absorbing his dead body?"
No, I would say dead, probably, because if he was alive, then he could wreak havoc. But if he was dead, he's dead.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think that's a good idea. I think Leaf should absorb a dead person's corpse.
It's like, well, the issue is that if he dies and we just like leave his body there or something, he could be revived again, and we don't want that.
Well, I mean, Haddon and Kira and them can also help us with that part.
Yeah, but like we thought, but like they thought, and he points to like the Nixerbro squad and goes, they thought that they had dealt with him, but then he was just in limbo, and then they completely revived his soul and everything. So like, if he is in like if Leaf devours him, right, then we don't have to worry about it anymore because the soul and everything is gone.
That's true. Who's gonna be just going inside Leaf?
What if Kira, Miliana, and Rivas can use their, I don't know, new god powers just to eliminate him? Since I guess they're the rulers of Limbo now.
I mean, I guess, but I think this is a us problem.
Yeah, and I think Spring will probably feel some type of way if she doesn't get to have a hand in his demise.
Lucian nods.
Because I mean, this is like a personal like vendetta for her.
It really is.
Do you want to know anyone else's opinions?
I know Sarah and Arcane and Lyra probably don't have that big of an opinion right now. They haven't shared much.
Yeah, no, not really.
Who else is like own?
I mean, Spring's opinion we kind of know, but I guess we'll just ask her because why not? why not?
I want him dead. He's gonna die. I'm gonna stab him through the chest, and he's gonna bleed out.
I mean, I'm sorry, that was really funny. That's good. Anyway, okay, so we know her opinion.
Yeah, very, very obvious.
No, yeah, that's what I was like. I think I should ask her because we already know.
What about
Strahd
Strahd's opinion?
Sean?
The evil
doesn't.
man.
He probably doesn't give a shit.
Evil man.
Yeah, honestly, he probably doesn't give a shit.
Strahd thinks for a moment, and he says, Sivora, what is your opinion?
It's just really funny if someone just looked to Josie for no reason.
They're all like
her
talking. She
life.
puts her hand on her finger on her chin, like, Well, we should probably kill him. We should probably kill him.
I agree. 100%.
Josie's like, oh my god.
I
This is-
think that we should also kill him because bad people die. Yes. No
Fair enough.
redemption. He killed the queen. You see, everyone who I killed, they come back to life. So it's not.
Sorry, you can't kill anybody anymore.
Josie's like thinking about, man, I wish I got hit by a meteor right now.
Strahd thinks for a moment. He says, actually, now that I think about it, I did not kill anybody. They all just come back to life. So I am actually very good person. I am not a bad person.
Josie's like, I don't think the vampire is bringing back to life.
Okay, well, that is your opinion, Yossi.
Josie's like, when's the last time you breathed?
Last time you showered.
He thinks and he counts on his fingers and he's like, oh, it's been a long time.
I just sweated, Strahd. Do you even sweat? I've never seen this man moist or hot.
Who's talking? Who's talking?
Luna has to be talking.
Sabora's gonna go like, I wonder what your lungs look like.
Bro, because I know if Luna's talking, Strahd's gonna say, oh, I thought you were too busy mourning the lack of memory of your son.
Oh.
Josie's like, okay. Both of y'all stop it. We're on a bus.
I've never seen this man sweat. Have you ever seen this man sweat? He just chooses not to sweat.
Strahd literally just looks at Luna and says, you can go back to crying. No one's going to judge you.
Josie's like, Luna, Josie's like, Luna, focus on Siren, and Strahd, don't pay attention to Luna.
I can't.
It's
so funny.
Josie's like, I'm gonna go get hit by another meteor again if y'all both don't shut up.
Strahd makes a sad vampire face.
Sad vampire face.
Like, I imagine his sad vampire face is like his face, like sad face, right? And then just his vampire fangs hanging out.
Like the sad frown with vampire.
Yeah.
It's like when in Transylvania, the Hotel Transylvania, when he's sad, that's what he looks like.
Yeah, that's exactly how he looks like.
I get you. That shit funny. But who else should we talk to?
You can ask Saren, Allura, and them. I mean, they have opinions, even if it may not be
Oh,
strong.
fuck, I forgot that they existed. I'm like racking my brain trying to figure out who else exists.
You can also ask Arkiani. You can also ask Shanra.
Let's ask Saren.
Okay. Yeah. I want to ask Saren.
Saren and Reese.
No,
both
not Siren. Saren.
Oh.
Dummy. The brother,
it's literally your fault. It's been a whole campaign, Kiara.
Siren has no opinion because he's fucking a dementia patient.
Yeah,
like okay, we're gonna ask Saren and Reese together because they're probably chilling.
Yeah, you can ask them together. Who's asking them?
I guess Jessie.
Okay, yeah. What's the exact question again?
She's like, what do you feel like, your opinion on this? It's like a news reporter.
Yeah.
Song.
Saren thinks for a moment. He says, I mean, we forgave Strahd.
Oh God.
I mean, I'm not saying we should forgive this dude, but maybe we shouldn't be as harsh on him. I mean, we've all done, I guess, some shitty things.
Mhm.
I don't know, just an opinion, I suppose. Reese goes,
Too smart. You got this.
he's like, yeah, but bad people go to prison and stuff like that. This man just kind of said, "I'm sorry," and ran away. I don't know that. Like Reese says the whole thing with Strahd and forgiving Strahd was that Strahd like repented. This man didn't repent. He just said, "I'm sorry," if it means anything, and ran. Like Taryn goes, "That's a really good point, actually."
Because he's also
Yeah, we also killed Strahd already once, so I mean, it's kind of equal.
also the fact everyone was kind of revived and it was an eternal purgatory compared to I guess Zare killing thousands of people.
Queen.
And the
Yeah,
queen
for
and
no
king,
real reason.
besides revenge, really.
Yeah,
I mean, I
he
get
gets
your
what's coming to him. They both say it like simultaneously. He gets what's coming to him.
coming to. That's fair enough. That's
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
What about Myra's opinion?
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Myra.
Shut up.
Myra thinks for a moment and she says, Do you think we should just feed him to Abaddon? No, we have to kill Abaddon later.
Shimon definitely goes up and asks Myra, what's your opinion?
Yeah, that's exactly what she says. She's like, I mean, we could feed him to Abaddon, but like, then we'd have to fight Abaddon and he'd be more powerful. But like, he deserves like the worst thing possible to happen to him.
Abaddon does?
No. No. What's his name? Fucking
Zare.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was saying feed Zare to Abaddon, but that wasn't a good idea. She took it back because he'd become more powerful.
Yeah.
She was like, but Zare deserves the worst thing possible. So
Guess the worst thing possible is us.
That's true. We are pretty
I
horrid.
suppose, or the worst thing possible is, him not actually ever finding his wife and kid.
That's true.
But hey, I'm just a ex-demon. What do I know about torture?
Shut up.
Bro. She free though. She free.
Yeah, she's human now, so.
Okay, I guess we'll ask Allura, Archeon, and Chandra since they're all part of the same family.
Yeah, they're the whole fam.
Yes, so the whole fam right there.
Chandra says, I think whatever Leaf and Sprig decide is probably best. They're pretty level-headed.
Both of them are like
They have two different opinions, yeah.
Maybe they should. I don't know if they should have a conversation. I feel like they should, just because it's not like in the moment, and then Zare runs off. But like,
he runs off again.
God, he's like, I'm sorry again, too.
Then he fucking vamooses out, yeah.
It goes to the fourth timeline. Oh God.
And Archeon says, I think that is not my problem. And therefore I shouldn't have an opinion on it.
Here.
And Allura agrees. She's like, yeah, it doesn't really affect us either way, long as he doesn't come back and try and kill us, I suppose.
Leon's like, I'm gonna kill this man. He kills Leon first.
And then it becomes Archeon's problem.
I know, that's the only way it could. Or Josie.
I mean, like, he hasn't posed a threat to them. I mean, like, they're obviously like, well, Archeon says, however, if we're talking from a logical standpoint, he committed treason by killing the queen, and therefore that is punished by death.
And the king, technically, right?
He did have a hand in that, yeah.
Damn, bitch.
So, yeah, he's done a lot. So, I mean, punishment by death, it seems rather justified, but also Spring and Leaf, they are no judge and jury. They are simply two kids wanting revenge.
Yeah, they're just, yeah, it's fair enough.
So,
Fair enough.
And revenge isn't what it's cracked up to be always. I would know. So, perhaps,
We should probably facilitate a conversation between her and Leaf, maybe, and
probably kids.
others.
Mostly. Yeah.
Yeah, probably everyone.
Probably everyone, or anyone, or mostly the kids. That'd be only Faith.
The bus driver Shamil, you're getting closer.
Shamil's like, okay. Oh God, short guys. I'm sorry, Shamil at the front wheel. Anyway, she's like, we're getting closer to our destination, so if you have any conversations, wrap it up. Okay, so Haley, you're gonna be the instigator for this conversation if you want it, which
Okay.
you probably should have. We should have.
Yeah. Fabian will probably be the one that'll be like, yeah, because everyone's like, I feel like everyone is kind of like, yeah, they should probably talk, except for like Spring and Leaf, because they're probably in the everyone else's conversation. So Fabian's gonna be like, okay, okay. So Fabian's gonna like make his way up there, and he's like, hey guys, how's it going?
Awkward social.
They both like glance at each other. They glance back at him. They're like, good.
How do you guys think we well, how do you guys think we should resolve this? Or y'all should resolve it, because this is not really all of our battles.
How Spring asks how we should handle Zaray? Well, we should kill him, right?
Fabian just like awkwardly smiles and looks at Leaf.
Leaf looks at Faith like, damn it. And he goes, if you think that's what's best. And Spring looks at Leaf and goes, what do you mean if that's what I think what's best? Do you disagree? And Leaf thinks for a moment. He says, it's not that I disagree, it's just that I don't think killing him is the best option, because I don't think revenge is always the best option. And Spring says, okay, this is coming from you, of all people. And Leaf blinks and he's like, what's that supposed to mean? And Spring says, Leaf, you and Fabian, my mom, Shamil, you guys have known Zaray the longest and what he's been capable of. Have you not? And sorry, I had to talk to my mom.
This is right now.
And Leaf says, Yes, but if we just go around killing everybody who's wronged us, does that make us any better than the people who have wronged us? Two wrongs don't make a right, Spring.
But two left.
I'm
kidding. No.
Tear this man apart.
And Spring says, yeah, two wrongs don't make a right, but killing a murderer can stop 20 million more murders. You know what Zaray's capable of. And, Primo, stop! Primo, get out! Jesus.
Your dog is like,
He's got his face full on in the trash can. And
God.
Spring, I don't even know what the fucking last person said. Damn it.
Leaf was like Spring was like, two wrongs make a right. You know what he's capable of.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
and the Leaf says, well, I guess the bottom line is you're gonna do what you do, Spring. That's what you've done your whole life, so just keep doing it.
Oh,
And Spring blinks a couple times at him like, bitch, did you just say that to me? Like she gives him that kind of face. And Leaf realizes almost what he said, and he's like, and he just kind of fucking crosses his arms and he just stares forward. Why are you in this trash can again? Stop!
Shit.
Stop! Get in the cage! Get that up! Melissa! Stop it! Stop!
This man
Go in your cage! Stop!
No, let him run free.
Jesus! That was
Oh my god!
he pulled
that
out
shit
a
was
fucking
funny.
cupcake thing out of the trash can and started eating it
Bruh.
I love dogs.
in front of my face, bro.
That's
Anyway.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ. But Spring also crosses her arms and says, fine, I'll do exactly what I always do then. And that's where their
Aw.
conversation ends.
Fabian's just watched that all happen.
Yeah. I think Faith is probably like listening, and he'll come up and he'll like scooch Leaf over, and he'll sit down so that he's beside Spring, and he'll be like, probably not what you want to hear, but none of us really have any kind of influence or any kind of accurate opinion of what you should do or shouldn't do. So, honestly, you're justified in whatever path you really choose to take, Spring. I don't think anyone can really judge you for how you end up reacting to this situation.
Spring
Despite things.
Spring nods. And Leaf will actually look back over and he'll say, he's right, but you have to be able to sleep with yourself at night.
Fact.
And Spring thinks for a couple moments. And that's when Shamil, the orb is bright as shit. And you guys have arrived. Zaray is nearby somewhere.
Shamil's like, okay, we're here.
Okay, y'all pile out of the bus and perception check for whichever character you want. Since y'all are all there.
I'm just gonna use Leon because he's the best person.
Kiara, you have to choose Luna because Siren doesn't remember shit.
Correct.
He doesn't know how to perceive.
Leon
Not
got
how
a
to
yes,
perceive
seriously.
as good as he did.
Leon got a 26, bro.
Nice.
I'll do Fabian. I think he makes sense.
The only reason I don't choose Shamil is because she's probably like good job bus.
Oh
And
my
then
god.
what did he get? What did
Natural
he...
1, but he has a +8 to it, so he got a 9.
Fabian cannot see.
Okay.
I got a 20. I got a 20.
Sick. Okay. So everyone but Fabian. You guys look around, and y'all are in like a little rundown city, right? And you guys see relatively no one in this city. There's like a stray person walking by, but you see a hooded figure down an alleyway, and you're like, well, if it's anybody, it's probably that person.
I was like, if it's a criminal trying to rob him, there's no way they can rob like anybody on this team. So
Criminal.
would you guys like to approach?
yes.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys vamoose over and
Vamoose.
go dee 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 dee.
I assume some NPCs probably stay at the bus, and then the others will just investigate who have interest.
Everyone has a cold just goes. It's fine. Y'all aren't taking any chances. You guys head over, and as you approach, you hear him crying.
Oh,
And
Aw.
as he senses y'all's presence,
I'm sorry.
as he senses y'all's presence behind him, you see a blast of magical energy like exude off of him, and it hit
Oh,
the
God.
wall. And he turns to you guys, and it's relatively dark, but his red eyes light up, and as he looks at you guys, and he says, "What? Why are you here? To laugh at me? I gave up. I have nothing left. I can't even find my daughter or wife. They're both in the endless blackness void. I cannot reach them." And Spring interjects, and she says, "I could give less of a shit. Give Siren his memories back, and relinquish all hold on Moss, and just succumb to your suffering, bastard." And
Oh.
Zare, he fixes his posture and like composes himself.
Bitch.
And you guys see a familiar smile.
Oh no.
And he tilts his head as he looks at Spring, and he approaches her, and he says, "That look in your eye. You sound a lot like me. Hell, you probably could be me." And Spring says, "Never in my wildest dreams could I ever be like you." And Zare says, "I would have said the same thing 20 years ago." And he sighs and he says, "Fine." He says, "Spring, I'll return Siren's memories back, and I'll relinquish my power on Moss for a price." And Spring says, "What is it?" And Zare looks at her and the rest of you guys, and he says, "Why, it's a simple ask. Kill me."
Oh. Jessie is actually thinking for a second. Give me a second. Do I want to do this? Hang on.
Do you want to
And,
do it? Think long
and
and
he
hard.
says, "But not just any one of you. Spring."
Oh,
Jessie's
oh,
gonna.
look
I guess
at
that's
it.
I guess as they're having a stare off right now, like for that 1 second as Zari's talking, she's gonna back up to Leaf and be like, "You know how you can go to the nothingness, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but what if we bring his wife and child here?
Do you think they'd want to see him?
I don't think they would want to see him, to be honest. But honestly, what about them just sit in that black void?"
Leaf thinks for a moment and he says, "I'm sure I could get there, but if Zare couldn't find them, I'm not sure how I would either."
Hmm. This is gonna think of it as like, I don't think just killing him outright is gonna do anything. But let's see. I'm trying to think of a way to find them that could be easy.
Think long and hard.
She's just gonna ask, do you think Kira and them could help?
He thinks for a moment. Leaf says, I'm honestly not sure." He says, "I've been to the void before," and he says, "The only reason I got out is because I'm basically complete corruption magic. He says, I'm not technically a being, I'm magic.
Cool as fuck. Anyway.
He says, so the reason I was able to get all of them out was simple because this void had just started procuring people. Now it must have masses of them
Ooh, he's like,
because of
she's
the
like,
merging between this timeline and Limbo.
just gonna sit there. She's like, you think Zari went there and tried to look for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all have any ideas? Because I don't have any.
Yeah, y'all
This
can
is
like whisper to each other as Spring
Yeah.
and Zari get
They're having
stare off.
Yeah, they're having an argument. They're going, so we're just talking. Let's just have Leon wish him here. Not
God.
shut
him.
Let me see if Fabian has anything. Even if he does have anything, he probably can't do anything because he didn't know them, right? Or
You knew.
or did he technically know them? Because I know this is like a different timeline.
Well, remember, all our memories came back
Okay.
from the past, so we do know them.
Okay, so technically, since he does know them, he would be able to like scry them or something, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, because I was like, all our memories came back after Zari was like,
Yeah,
and then
he basically returned it for you guys.
So even though Shemille has short-term memory loss, she does remember.
Remember?
Days she remembers more than other days. I think it's so funny that y'all never recovered her memory or anything.
Well, how would you be able to help her? Like,
I don't
Annie,
know. Fucking
she's
give her like, I don't know, fix her brain.
she's enjoying herself.
Your
Like, why would you?
brain.
Magic exists.
She remembers like major points, but she
Um,
can't remember the last
so
time she ate a meal.
How does scrying work, Kaylee?
Doesn't matter because he doesn't have it on him.
Oh, okay.
Does it matter now?
I mean, if you want it to matter.
I'll let you use it. I'll let you use it. It's fine.
Okay. Let me find it.
Alright, Spring, we're gonna take a short rest, so like stop yelling at each other.
I imagine
Just
you
shut
had the
up for a
short rest
second.
on the bus, so it's fine.
Cool.
Scrying. Where is it? I gotta locate it.
Find it for him.
Okay, so it takes 10 minutes. You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. Target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If a target knows you're casting this spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. So,
The only
if you're familiar,
the only issue
what?
is y'all aren't on the same plane of existence.
Oh.
You could technically scry him if Leaf took you to the void, but even
you could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Leaf could find them and bring them back technically.
Would Leaf be okay with doing that?
That's a great question. You want to ask him?
Yeah, because I don't want to. I don't want to force him into it.
Go ask him.
Yeah, just like
Fabian will like go up to like Josie and Leaf, and he'll say, "Hey, he wants his family, and I can find them, but I have to be on the same plane as them."
This is up to you, Leaf. You don't have to do this if you don't want to.
Leaf says, I think I have a good idea.
What is it?
He walks up and interjects Spring and Zare, and he says, you want your wife and your kid, right? And Zare nods, and he says, okay, well, I can bring you to them. And he's like, you can bring me to them. He says, yeah. He says, the only thing about it is that you have to give up your godly powers. He says, but I'll bring you right to your wife and your kids.
Sorry.
He says, because when you relinquish your godly powers, that'll release all claim and hold you have on Moss. And on top of that, that should undo anything that you did spell-wise to Siren.
Should.
And that also means that you wouldn't be able to leave wherever I put you. And Zare thinks for a moment. He says, but I would be with my wife and my child, correct? Leaf nods. And he thinks for a moment. Yeah,
Zari's like, let me do a perception, like an insight check on these fools. Like, oh shit,
yeah, he's like, let me check and see if he's telling the truth, kind of thing.
And then he's like, oh shit, all these people are telling the truth. What the fuck?
They want to help me? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, he gets us out of our hair, and he gets to have whatever he needs to deal with.
He says, he thinks for a moment, and he says, you said relinquish my power, correct? And Leaf nods, and he says, what if I gave it to someone else? And Leaf says, well, who are you going to give it to? And he thinks for a moment, and he says, I suppose Spring if she wants it.
Bro, how did I know he was gonna say that shit?
I knew it. Spring's just like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, that's literally her face. She's like, what the fuck do you mean? And he explains himself a little bit. He says, I'm curious. He says, I wouldn't be here to observe, but I'm sure I'd get a feeling. And he says, I want to see if you could do good with my power without abusing it like I did. I want to see if you don't get corrupted by it.
Oh my god. No. Oh my god.
Dang, that do be kind of sketchy, though.
That do be kind of crazy, because she's basically going to get imbued with a corruption magic like Leaf is.
No. Zare does not have corruption magic. Zare is a demigod, if you remember.
Okay, yeah.
So he is saying that, so the whole reason, if you remember, Zare got corrupted, quote unquote, not actually corrupted, but the whole reason he turned evil, essentially, was because of what has happened to him by the world. And he became power hungry and strived for power because he felt like it was
corrupted.
Yes, because he felt like
that's all you needed to tell me.
Yeah, so he's got godly power, like godly as in demigods, as in like Lathander and like Helm and all those dudes.
Bless your ass.
It's just, kind of elven, but regardless, power's power. But he has that, but his actions are what made him evil, and therefore
evil.
Basically, he got corrupted by power because of the shit that happened to him, bottom line.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I get it.
He wanted to strive for more power because he thought it was the only way to protect himself, and then he became obsessed with it, yeah.
I'm good, I got it. I was like, okay. I mean, that's I thought it was like, no, just deal with Crush. I'm like, nah, it's just like, are you worthy? Are you smart enough?
Yeah, essentially what he's saying to her is, do you think that you could handle it? Do you think that you wouldn't let it go to your head? Do you think that you wouldn't let this power corrupt you and make you want more and more and more until there's nothing more to want because you've lost everything along the way?
That's a deep question.
And Spring thinks for a moment, and she glances back at you guys, and she glances at Leaf. And she's like, she doesn't know what to say or do. She kind of looks at y'all for like an answer almost.
Jesse, Shamel and Josie will probably go up to her. I gotta think of what to say, because I know they would
The
both talk to her
Mimas,
about it.
Mima and
The
Grandma.
Mimas. The two mummies, bro. Two mummies. They've always been there. She's like so lost. She's like, I was about to kill this man and I'm being offered power? What the fuck? I don't know what I'm saying. She'd be like, and Jesse would be like, he's asking basically if you'd like to be better than him, which I'm sure you can do. You've already shown you've cared enough about the world, which she still has, because she was still like, this Zari's a bad person because he'll still kill people in her discussion.
Yeah, and Zare actually chimes in and he says, or you could end up being worse than me, but that's your decision. I'm just giving you the power to do either or.
Someone's gonna ask Spring, how do you feel about this right now?
She thinks for a moment, and she says, I think I want the power.
I'm gonna ask her, like, not out of like you know, like why, but like, you know, like generally why she wants the power, not like out of like cynicalism or anything.
She thinks for a moment. She says, because this is the power that got my mom killed, and I think if I used it for good, then no one else has to end up like my parents.
Aww. I mean, that's already a good mindset going in. I want to ask Zara, what was your mindset going in getting power? Just kidding.
Zara looks at her and he gives a softer smile than his more like heinous one, and he chuckles a bit to himself and he says, "It's funny, I started out the same way."
Aw.
Dang, this is not going well then.
Well, it may or may not.
And he says, it definitely doesn't mean a lot coming from me. He's like, but don't let things that happen to you corrupt you.
Aw.
You are.
Jesse's also gonna say, and we're always here for you, Spring.
And when you say that, you see Zare have a bit of envy in his eye as he relinquishes his power over to Spring.
That was the one thing he didn't have. was Mimas.
No, it wasn't.
Mimas.
It wasn't Mimas.
Boss girl following him around.
It wasn't Mimas. It was he didn't have anyone. He didn't have anyone left.
Oh yeah, even when he got
have a Mima.
he didn't have Peepaw, Mima, Uncle, Luna.
And you hear him start chanting, and you see a big douse of magical energy exit and then swirl above his head in like a little ball and then zoom into Spring. And she falls back a little bit and Zare falls to his knees. He's like
catches Spring in like the weird way where she's short, so she just like pushes her back up.
And Spring's fine because she's had this kind of energy within her, but she's never been
she's like chilling.
But it's never been hers, so she's got to figure it out. Lucian walks up and he's like, "I'll teach you." Just like from the back of the crowd pushes through, "I'll teach you." And Zare and when he transfers the power, Siren, you do remember everything now. And and Moss is no longer under his control.
Yay!
Wait, I know what Nancy does. Hold on.
Who does what? Who does what?
Fucking Siren. He's gonna do this.
I'm waiting for it. Kiara, look, Kiara.
I'm so scared. Let me see. Hold on.
Yes.
You.
S for sire.
No, you gotta stop! Don't do it, Wall!
Oh, no.
Keep going.
No.
No!
Stop. No. Stop it. Stop.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Zare collapses and he glances up at Leaf and he says, please take me to my wife and kid. And Leaf looks over to it was Fabian, correct, who had Scry?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. He looks over to Fabian and asks them to come with. And you see Leaf almost like within the span of a second blinks out with Fabian and Zare. And you guys make it you three make it to the blackness void, and it's terrifying. Like you know how like when it's pitch black? Yeah, well it's 20 times pitch black. Like it's that dark. You can't see
Lie.
Damn,
fucking
we can't see anything.
anything. No.
No.
And
Blackness. Dark.
all you hear is screaming. And
Oh.
Leaf over the screaming says, "Okay, go ahead and do Scry."
Fabian will like hesitantly lean closer to Zari. He's like, Are you sure you want this?
And Zare goes, "There's no turning back now."
I think that's hilarious.
Okay, do you have any like possessions of theirs or anything? Anything that belonged to them in any way? Picture of them? I don't know. It would just make it easier.
Yeah, he pulls out a picture. You
I
can't see
imagine
it, but he
everyone
puts it in your hand.
screaming
Okay.
over everything.
Yeah, you just hear like, "Ah!" And then you hear like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oh my lord. Everything's going
God.
awry.
Well, because there are some limbo people that got sent to nothing, so it's either half the limbo people got to the second time one or half of them did not.
Okay. So he goes and he casts the spell. Takes like 10 minutes of concentration to do it. Oh well, no, casting time is 10 minutes. Okay. So he's pondering his orb and shit, and he has the picture. And the target has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Pondering. Unless they just don't care.
Yeah, they don't care, so they don't need to make it. You after doing all this shit, you end up finding him. And Leaf, you hear Leaf. He starts casting a spell, and everything goes quiet around you all. And
shit.
you see this darkness that is around you guys lightens up a bit. It's not completely light, but it's light enough for you guys to see, the people, because Leaf wants to see if you guys found the right people, obviously. And you did. You find Kumori and Ivari. They're holding hands. Kumori is not an adult though; she is a child still. And they both like look at Zare, and Zare just like crumbles to his knees when he sees them crying, begging for forgiveness. And Vari looks at him and then looks at you guys, and she helps Zare up, but she walks over to Leaf, and she places a hand on his cheek and smiles and says, "You've grown up so well." And she sighs and says, "Keep being a good boy, okay?" And he looks really sad. And he gives her a hug as she backs away, and then joins hands with Zare and Kumori, and
Aww.
Leaf thinks for a moment, and he looks at Fabian, and then he looks at them, and he says, "I can't leave them like this."
Are you gonna bring him back?
He says,
I mean, if you want them out, now's the time.
he thinks for a moment, and he says, "No, I'll do them one better." Um,
Just give him a
and
hiding.
he starts casting a spell, and when he starts casting this spell, the screaming returns, right? And all the blackness around you guys, it goes back to 20 times pitch black, right? And after a few moments, you see Leaf's Leaf starts shining almost, and it's like this brightness. And as this like brightness extends from Leaf and starts echoing outward, the pitch blackness it's almost like it disintegrates entirely. Like it becomes so bright in this room, almost like it's white. And the screaming stops as soon as the light hits these people, right? And everyone, you see everyone, Fabian, looking around like they can see each other now, clear as day. And almost like right before your eyes, you see like houses being built from nothingness. And you see streets being built, grass and everything. It's almost like cities are being made before your eyes, and countries and everything else. And
What?
He's painting a world, bro.
Bro, he's building a Lego set.
and
Hey.
however, Fabian, you do know a little bit about this pitch blackness and darkness, right? You do know that there is no need for food or necessities, that no one would need to use the bathroom. So essentially, it's just no sleep either. It's just forever together, essentially. Um, and so he creates these houses and these activities like, ice skating rink, stuff like that, just stuff for things for people to do things and stuff. And before your eyes, it's almost like the amount that he creates is endless, almost as endless as the void itself. Um, and after he's done doing this, he lands on his feet, because he had to fly up a little bit so he could see everything. He lands on his feet next to you, and he takes a deep breath, and you see uh the his remember when he had the seizure? You see the black veins again pulsing, but this time he seems a lot more composed.
He's using that power for good, bitches.
And he takes a breath, and he coughs a bit. Like that took a lot out of him. But he looks over at Anvari, and he looks down at Komori, and he looks at Zare, and he walks over to Zare, and he says, "Do better."
Do better, bitch.
And he goes and he gives Komori a hug, and then he waves bye to them as he takes you, Fabian, out, and he pees y'all back basically to the real world, right where you were standing before. And
Heiden's there, like, what the fuck just happened? Because he senses the energy moving.
and
like,
you guys basically as you return, what what Leaf did, right? Fabian, you probably know this, because you're also magically inclined. He essentially made a place like Limbo. He made this blackness void a second Limbo, essentially.
Habitable.
Yes.
Inhabitable.
Because what has happened is Limbo has merged with this timeline, so therefore Limbo, the places that people would go, they weren't going to Limbo anymore, they were going to the blackness. And so he made it where it wasn't so dark, gloomy, and scary as shit.
Mhm.
Abaddon wishes he could.
Yeah, basically. And he also made it so so if you ended up there, it's not like, well, I guess I'm just stuck here, forever in hell. He made it like its own kind of place. It's pretty cool.
It's nice. It's nice. That's cool.
So basically, yeah, so he comes back and you guys all see Leaf come back and he looks like he's been fucking through it, bro.
I was like, what happened over there?
He made a plane of existence.
That's actually pretty cool, though.
Spring's like, he made a plane of existence.
Yeah, Shemale's like, Shemale's like, well, he did it for the good, and all those people are happy now.
I mean, yes, no, that's great. I'm so glad. But he made a plane of existence.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, right? He looks at Leaf, like, right?
Leaf says, I suppose. I kind of modified it because it already existed. I just
he modified it. It was basically pitch blackness, and then he took away the pitch blackness and made cities and streets and houses and
yeah,
like you could just go and live there.
Hayden shows up and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Spring just like blinks a couple times, and she's like, "Okay, we're probably gonna have to talk to Hayden and them about that. They're probably gonna want to know that information."
Yeah, and also you need to rest, Leaf. Like Shemale goes up to Leaf. He's like, "You need to rest. You did a lot. Here, I have snacks."
You guys all see Leaf's like veins in his arms, pulsing with that blackness. And he's like,
"I'll be right back.
Probably
I gotta
a good idea." Okay.
Okay.
Says, yeah, probably a good idea.
Shemale's like, "Don't worry, I have your favorite snack."
And Siren, you do have your memory back, by the way, completely. There's nothing missing.
And then Peepaw comes up and is like, "You good, kid?" Oh, he's like, "No."
A big old hug. He like picks him up like an inch off the ground, and he's like bent over, broken.
And he's like, "Okay, kid, okay, go hug your mother. Your mother missed you a lot."
He like turns around, literally tackles him to the ground.
Leon's like, "Oh my god!"
I know where he got it from.
He like rolls around. She rolls around like with him, like, "Oh, hey, I miss you." He's giving kisses, and he's like, "Oh my god, stop! I'm gonna kill him. Stop! Kids here."
Josie laughs a bit, and Josie turns to Spring, and she says, "How are you feeling, Spring?"
She thinks for a moment, and she gives a small smile, and she says, "Well, I'm glad it's over." Kind of. We still gotta deal with Abaddon, but at least Zare's over with.
We still got Abaddon, but we did solve a big part of our problems just now.
She nods. And Spring runs over to Siren and gives him a big hug. And a second later, you see Leaf run over and join in, and you see Lucian run over and join in, and then Shanra, and then you also see Faith also, because I'm sure Faith would as well.
Josie's like, kids. Fuck as fuck.
They're all doing that like thing where you like hug as a group, but then jump up and down.
Yeah, I know. Like sixth grade dance.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Oh my god!
Look at all y'all. Look at all y'all being
and like
cute.
As a cult, they're like, "We miss you. We love you. We love you, Siren. We missed you."
Oh god, I miss y'all too.
And after y'all all do your little reunion thing and everything, Moss actually walks over and she introduces herself to you, Siren, and she says, "Hi, I didn't get to introduce myself to you before because you kind of forgot everything, and I didn't think it'd be great to like introduce myself when you don't even know who you are. But hi, I'm Moss. You can call me M. And I'm Leaf's kind of sister. We'll just say sister. And hi."
Hi. I guess we both have terrible names, huh?
Most definitely.
Shmuel runs up to Moss and is like, and hugs her because. And she's like, Shmuel's like, it's nice to see you again, even though you're all grown up.
She's like, yeah, I don't really remember much of anyone other than Leaf, but and as you guys all like rejoin and like reemerge together like as a cult, you guys all get back on the bus and head back over to Savior. Because Spring's like, we definitely need to tell Hayden now.
Hayden is now, if y'all walk in, Hayden is now laying on a recliner, looking like he has a headache. The whole Limbo team is going crazy.
Yeah, you guys fucking walk in. The whole group does, and Spring goes, Mr. Hayden person.
He's like, just give me 1 second. And when he says that, you hear an explosion, and then he's like, okay, you can go ahead.
Okay. So we wanted to let you know we're leaving, but we also wanted to let you know, Leaf kind of went to like the darkness void place, and he modified it.
Oh, I've been
No,
there
it's
before.
Limbo 2.
And
Yeah,
he's like,
now
"Oh."
it's Limbo number 2 now.
I've actually been there before, so.
You've been there?
And he's like, he like looks at the team, like the other Limbo team. That's like, what is it?
Kira's like, fuck, what? Kira and them?
Yeah, what does Kira and them say? As Hayden's like, yeah, I've been there before.
Kira's like literally staring up at him. Like, please, go on.
What about Rybus and Emiliana?
Rybus
just like,
clueless.
What does Emiliana say, Kiara?
huh?
What does Emiliana say?
I mean, I was just kind of saying, like, oh my god. Well, here we go again.
Rybus is like, what is Limbo 2?
Oh, so when I was sealed away by the Queen, right? I was kind of sent there for 100 years. Except the way you described it sounded a lot louder than it was when I was there. And better, now that you changed it.
Yeah.
Kind of wish you were there when I was there for 100 years, but, you know.
Leaf coughs and he goes, yeah?
It's okay now, though. I'm out of there.
Spring says, yeah, so because I at least I assume because Limbo merged with your timeline, a lot of people who, you know, didn't fit really in either one kind of got thrown into that place. And there was a lot of screaming and a lot of darkness, and so I guess Leaf just kind of was like, I'm modifying it, and he made it like a replica of like Earth.
Well, that's nice. It actually shouldn't harm anything, believe it or not, even though it sounds like it does.
Leaf said, I know it didn't. I did that. I really tried my best.
Yeah, you did a good job. It's a lot better. It's a lot better than when I went through it. Like he's like side eyeing the rest of the characters, making sure like they aren't like about to kill him or anything.
Oh, Kira's pissed.
Like,
Rybus is staring at him just because the others are.
Yeah, and Hayden's like, it was just really quiet, you know.
Bro, every time fucking Hayden looks over at them, Kira gets an inch closer.
Oh god. Fear.
Oh my god, it's like Free Raspberry, like you blink and she's closer.
Oh my god.
And it's like, disregarding my experience in there, I appreciate you telling us, because now I can confirm that my theory was correct. Then half the Limbo people went missing in the whole spiel.
Leaf gives a thumbs up as he's like half dead.
And he's like, you should be fine, Leaf. You just need a good rest. Because that has happened to me before too.
At this point, Kira's literally like right below his elbow, staring fucking up at him like
he's trying to ignore it so bad. He's like sweating bullets, bro.
And Spring says, "Oh, also, I have godly power now."
Is that why I noticed the shift in energies around here?
Yes.
Maybe.
The shift in the energies and the vibes, they were just off. I felt
y'all
it.
are probably the second most craziest people I've ever met.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way, but more of like I did not expect that.
Yeah, we do be having adventures and shit.
It's fine. We have our own things here, but do you need anything else before you head out? We can help with a little bit with the Abaddon situation. Considering we're not packed full with dealing with how to handle essences as he looks over at the group.
Boredom.
Spring says, well, how could you help?
Considering how big past Limbo was, Abaddon might try to move really fast everywhere.
Yeah, he's already kind of doing that.
So what if we helped y'all lock him into place?
How would you do that?
I don't know. Technology, most likely. Since we have crazy technology here, and Leon's like, fucking technology. Like, in the background.
She says, could you make something for it?
I'm sure we can. I just need to borrow probably Leon. And Girl Tower will probably need to borrow Leon again.
Okay. And Spring glances at the time. She says, time runs differently here, doesn't it?
It does. It actually moves faster here, and your world is slower.
Damn.
So if you spend a day here, I think only half the day passes in your world.
Okay, then we should be home on time if we chill here for a day.
We can send Leon back if you don't want to chill here.
I go?
Archeon very quickly says, I do not think you should send Leon anywhere alone.
I agree. Lou's like, I agree.
That's fair. We could travel with him to bring him back.
Okay, yes, that sounds brilliant.
If you don't want to stay here, if you want to stay here and watch TV or explore, then you're happy to.
No. We have to get back for a funeral.
Okay.
We'll have to get back for a funeral.
We'll send Leon as soon as possible then.
Yeah, hopefully he makes it back before the actual funeral. I think he has a couple more hours.
Leon's like, Leon's like messing with technology already. He's like, oh my god.
Archeon runs over and slaps his hand.
He's like, I just want to touch the knob on the TV.
Archeon's like, do not let him touch anything. If he does, he will blow it up. He will destroy worlds. I kid you not. He will take you all down with him.
What?
Is that what Luna says?
You're just like, what? That sounds so cool. We should make robots and call it Ultron.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Leon's like, oh, that's a great idea.
Let's call it Omnicron.
Archeon walks over to Hayden and says, he's your problem till you send him back.
That's fine. I can deal with that.
He's wait, like, Leon is staying?
Yeah, he's staying because he has to build a thing with Gerland Tower.
Oh,
they're going to
you guys with Abaddon.
Because Abaddon's gonna move around really fast through Limbo, and it can be difficult to track him. But Gerland Tower and Leon can invent a device that keeps him in one place.
Damn.
Yeah, so he's gonna stick here, and Archeon looks at Hayden and he says, I don't think you know what you signed yourself up for.
I'm sure I know if Gerland Tower is anything like Leon.
He says, I assure Leon's worse. He pats Hayden on the back and he turns and says, good luck! And he motions everyone out. Everyone hops back on the bus and they all wave goodbye to Leon and Hayden and all of them.
Leon stays permanently on the second time because the god's trapped in there.
God. And you guys travel back home and you make it home easily. And it's a couple hours until the funeral.
Cool.
I'll probably bring Leon back 2 hours before the funeral.
Oh yeah, no, he'll make it back. It's fine.
Yeah, because I was like, I want Archeon and Leon interactions, but Leon busy building something, so I'll do that after the funeral.
And Casimir runs out as soon as you guys arrive, and he's like, I've got to decorate you That's not even his fucking accent. I've got to decorate you all. So I need you all to come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here.
Cyrus steps up first. He's like, I'm ready. Justify me.
He says,
Oh my God.
I am not going to do that, but I am going to set you up in the attire for the funeral. So, and he
all know
starts dressing him up, and he puts him in a nice full black suit, and then he throws him to the side, and he says, "Next."
Okay,
Leon,
where's-
justify!
Leon is not here.
Oh, damn it.
Leon probably appears after the last person gets dressed up, and he's like, "That was really fast. We finished that shit."
All right,
fast."
well, Josie, next.
Yeah, dude, I'll just go through all my characters. Like,
Yeah, he gives whoever wants a suit, he'll put you in a suit. Whoever wants a dress, he'll put you in a dress.
nothing specific.
Luna's gonna wear a suit. Leon has to wear a dress.
And
Oh, yeah,
it's
no.
gonna be all black one way
No.
or another. There's
No,
no
this is-
colors.
This is a funeral, so we cannot do the switch cross dress right now.
It is very
Damn it.
funeral.
Yeah, it was like after like the last person gets dressed, Leon just appears out of thin air, and he's like, "That was really fast. Are we dressing up?"
Yeah. And he does your suit and he pushes you out of the way and he says, "Done. I have done everyone. Everyone is good. So therefore, leave my view of sight. I have to do my own now." And he slams his dressing door closed.
Josie's like, "I gotta ask him if he got any letters from other people." Oh, he was running my kingdom, my castle.
You can knock and
Well-
ask.
There's time.
Yeah, Josie's gonna knock and be like, "Casimir, did anyone send any letters while we were gone to my palace?"
And you hear shuffling in his room. And he slides one under the door.
And she's like, "This better not be." She's
A
like, "This
love
better
letter
not be."
from her ancient lover.
We killed them.
We killed
Sorry.
them. Yeah. Josie's like, "This better not be from one of the noble houses." And she opens up and she's like, "It's fucking." It's like, shit.
She gets like a spam mail like, hey, you owe $3,000 on your student loans.
It kind of is like that.
So you open it up and it is from the noble houses. They've all congregated and they wrote this letter to you. And they said that it says that if you cannot get your city and yourself out of debt, that they will strip your title from you and take your city away.
And Josie's like, she's like reading this letter and she's like,
Taxes. Taxes.
Yeah.
Archeon walks up and says, "What you reading?"
And she closes the letter really fast. She's like, "Nothing.
Nothing.
Just spam mail. Nothing to worry
He says,
about." Ha, ha,
"Oh,
ha.
your face beg to differ.
No, I'm a
What
good
is
liar.
it? What is it?"
And Leon's like, Josie, you might as well just tell him. He ain't gonna give up. And Josie's like, "Well, fine. So, we're in debt."
Yes.
They're gonna revoke my title soon. Or our title, I guess.
Yes. They're going to revoke your title. Anything else?
That's about it. Oh, and take away my city.
What?
And take away my city.
Yeah, Leon's like, yeah, they plan to take away our city.
He says, give me the letter. I need to see the letter. I want to see the letter. Give me the letter.
Just like,
give me the letter.
Did
I
he?
want to see the letter,
God.
the letter, the letter.
just like, okay, here's the letter.
He grabs it and he looks at it and he reads it, and he says, "I was not invited to this meeting!"
Yeah, and we weren't either.
He's so pissed off, and he says, "Well, they've got another thing coming, don't they, Josie?"
Josie's like, oh, and Leo starts speaking up, and he's like, "You should have seen the death threats they sent to me and Josie."
What? He's like,
She's like, Josie's like, "Shut up, shut up."
Sabora's like, who? What?
Strahd says, "What? What?"
oh god. And Josie's like, Leon, look what you've done. And Leon's like, well, I can't help that. They were literally like by the Thames. It was every single noble house saying they want us dead because you're a vampire and I'm some weird fucking gangster.
You hear like very loud and quick stepping, almost
hear-
as if running.
And you hear
It's almost like
a
as if
second
Freddy
array.
Raspberry was running towards you.
You hear a second array of running footsteps, almost in sync with the first step.
Wait, are they running away or are they like people coming towards Josie?
Oh no,
and
it's
Leon?
cutting louder.
Yeah.
Oh, who's coming out? Who's coming to Josie and them?
It's your fucking child and her fucking lover.
Oh yeah, and then and then Leon's like, don't forget the death threats against Jamil too. The Church of Lathander also wants her dead for treason.
At this point, Lucian manifests.
And Josie's just like, when will you shut your mouth about our private affairs?
And Leaf. You can't forget Leaf.
Oh yeah, Leaf walks up and he says, if still fucking pulsing freaking veins and everything, he says, I heard yelling.
Josie's like, look, it's none of y'all's concern if we get death threats or not, because they're not gonna
Oh
happen.
my god, y'all are getting death threats? We have
Bro.
to kill them.
Everyone surrounds them now at this point.
Josie,
yeah,
Leon, and
Luna
Jamil.
just appears.
Josie, Leon,
Oh,
and Jamil
and Siren.
are like,
Siren's probably there.
No, Siren and Luna are definitely like, they're like, what do you mean you're getting death threats?
Leon's like, well, bad dealings with bad people for me.
Oh my gosh. Peepaw, you know what happens if they kill you?
For you.
Oh,
Josie, what kind of threats are you getting, Josie?
Someone told me threats on
so-
Twitter.
get death threats. Everyone is like, she's like, well, so she's like trying to hesitate it out, but she realized she can't escape because everyone's surrounding her. Like everyone, like it's like a fucking church service. She's like, well.
Archeon raises his hand and he says, actually, no. I have a solution. When does the funeral start? And Spring thinks for a moment. She says, a couple hours. People still have to arrive. And Archeon says, perfect. Just enough time. He says,
Actually,
actually
okay.
what?
Okay. So Josie's like, okay, I've been writing letters
the person.
from y'all.
No. It's okay. It's okay, Josie, because the person who doesn't tell us, the person who lies of omission, they don't get a say in this anymore.
Leon's like,
Okay?
Leon's like, don't forget my exes. They keep sending me fucking letters and sending me death threats.
Archeon
To kill me.
glares at Leon.
Jamil's like, oh, and the Church of Lathander.
Archeon takes a breath and he says, well,
They're
I can't deal with all of these problems, but I can deal with one of them.
Don't deal with these problems. These aren't your problems.
I'm dealing with it.
Hold on, I'm making a list.
She's making a list of people showing up, and like literally everyone's surrounding like Josie and them. They look like this. They look like
They've all like gathered in a small circle. They've all gathered in a small circle away from Josie and Leon. They're all discussing like, man, we gotta kill these bitches. Okay, who's on this list again? And then it's like blah 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 blah.
At first, they were like cornered. Like all three of them were cornered in a back corner by all the entire group.
And at this point, you hear all of the NPCs whispering to each other. And your characters, Jacqueline cannot hear.
Oh god, they're tied. They're tied up.
And Haley, can you make that list for me and put it in the chat?
Oh
if you
no.
could?
Oh no. Oh no, Josie. Leon's like, you gotta talk with Josie. They're not gonna let us go. And she's like, sure. And Shimo's like, I don't know what's going on.
Shimo never knows what's going on.
Well, she knows what's going on. She just was like, why? Like, help.
Why, SpongeBob?
Why?
That's all I think of.
Leon says, you better not let them find the letters of all the people who sent it to us.
Where are they, Peepaw?
Will
I cast Zone of Truth.
you actually cast Zone of Truth?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, you
God.
guys can't lie.
Oh no, we can ask
Where are
them
the
any
letters, Peepaw?
they're in my lab.
Here's what I remember.
Rich people on Earth, Church of Lathander, the Crown people. Okay.
Leon's exes.
Oh,
He has
the
a
X.
body.
They're all hot.
They have
Oh,
a body.
Archeon raises his hand and he says, "I actually already dealt with those."
The X's? Okay.
What?
Yes.
And he's like, "Did you get my stuff back from that one ex? He actually stole like all my items. That's why I only have like the clothes on my back."
I'm sorry. I just, you know what? You don't need to know.
Just killed them.
They're just dealt with.
Leon's like, Josie's like, "What do you mean they're just dealt with?" Josie's like, "How did you?"
He says, "You doubt my abilities quite much." And he says, Don't worry.
You just
He
killed
says,
all the-
"Okay." He turns and he says, "Lucian, you go do your mission." Lucian gives a thumbs up, and
Are they tied up somewhere?
Yeah, no, y'all, you're. Mine is no, Shamil's also tied up because she'd help Josie. All three of them are
Yeah.
tied up. And Lucian grabs the kids and they teleport out. And Archeon says, "I can deal with the nobles." And who's the crown people? Who's this third one?
That's Leon's gang. The Leon's gang, like leftover
Oh.
members, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fair enough because Leon still has enemies in the
Fair
crown.
enough.
So.
Yeah, good luck finding him. Anyone who has written Leon a letter other than his exes, the crown people, they were probably also dealt with by Archeon.
Oh yeah, the only ones that have been sending Josie and all three of them letters is probably the Church of Lathander and the nobles. So
yeah, because Archeon reads Leon's letters, but he doesn't know that fact.
Verbatim.
That's literally illegal, but we're not going to talk about that.
I mean, not that Leon care anyway.
So all of the kids, Vamoose, and then everybody, Archeon says, "Who would like to go talk to some nobles with me?"
I would love to. Little raise your hand. I would love to.
And he's like, "Okay, brilliant." And he walks over.
Perfect.
He says, "Hey, Leon, do you mind signing a paper for me?"
What kind of paper?
Something that you
Our
most
marriage
definitely has. You've already said yes, so just write it. Sign your name for me.
Just write it.
Just write it. He can't even move.
He says you can just wish your signature on it.
Josie's gonna look at the document.
He's holding it away from them, just holding it in his hand. He says, "Just wish your signature on it. All you have to do."
Can I read it?
Later.
Please.
Oh, that's really cute, but I'm kind of on a time limit here.
Leon, please sign it right now.
Josie's Leon's like, okay.
This is brilliant. And does he make the wish, right?
Yeah, he makes the wish.
Okay. This is brilliant. And he says, "Josie,
what?
I need you to do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to also sign something."
Can I read?
No. But I need you to sign it. And if
I'm
you're
not
not,
reading something I won't read.
he says, "Okay." And he turns to Leon. He says, "Leon, can you make one more wish for me?"
No. No. Just no, please.
Please do it.
Leon's like, what's the wish?
Can you have Josie's signature be on this paper for me?
Leon's like, he doesn't know who he's more afraid of.
He says, "Think very hardly about which one of us has you tied up."
Oh, I guess that's right. And Josie's like, "Oh my fucking god!" And he's gonna wish Josie's signature on the paper.
He says, "All right, thank you. Love you both. See you later." And he grabs whoever wants to come with him, and they TP out as well.
That's the whole entire party. I imagine Zeron walks in.
Everyone's gone and they're just tied up.
Yeah, no. I want Zeron to walk in and we just see Josie, Chimel, and Leon tied up against
Bro,
I don't know,
no.
corner.
Better yet, you see fucking Zeron and Casimir arm in arm talking to each other. And you guys, they're walking by, they turn and they just see you three fucking tied up. And they turn, they look at you guys, and then they just turn right back around.
And Josie's like, don't fucking ignore us!
They fucking walk the other way.
Josie's like, at least take us out of these binds or something.
So like,
they're
anyways,
too far
let's
gone.
run.
Josie's like, Leon, can you wish us out of these binds? He's like, I think I can.
Good luck.
Uh-oh.
And everyone's gone, so all of the kids are in one group and everyone else is in the other group to deal with the nobles. So, the kid group, y'all are with Lucian. And Lucian, you guys appear outside of the big-ass Church of Lathander, the OG one. And Lucian gives you guys a thumbs up, and he says, I think I got this. And he says, you guys can come in, though. And he walks...
absolutely.
He says, oh, well, we're handling the Church of Lathander situation.
If y'all don't know Chimil's backstory, she basically committed treason against the church because it's like the Catholic Church where they taught shit wrong and discriminated against people, and Chimil went against that, but was considered a heretic, and so they actually tried to hunt her down.
And your
So she's
characters
like, wait.
would know this fact.
Yeah, and Josie does know this fact, but also they're after Josie because she's a vampire and she apparently worships Lathander because that's her town is Lathander. So,
and Lucian walks in with the rest of you guys. He says, "This is gonna be fun." And he walks in, and almost instinctually, you see everyone turn their heads, and their eyes land on Lucian, and they all fall to their knees and like start bowing. Repetitively, like, oh my god, praise the Holy Lathander! Praise Holy Lathander! Praise him! He walks among us! And Lucian's eyes get really big, and he's like, okay, I didn't expect it to work this well. And he walks up to the front of the room. And he glances at everyone's faces, and he recognizes some of them as, like, some of the big figures of the Church of Lathander, right? And he stands before them all, and the priest who's standing up there fucking runs and takes a seat, and he starts bowing too. And Lucian says, hi, so I am, and they're like, Lathander! And then he's like, no, he's like, I'm not Lathander, but I am Lathander's son. And their eyes get all big, and they're like, so he's like Jesus.
Not true.
He's like Jesus.
It's the New Testament.
Half the church gets divided.
And Lucian looks at them all, and he says, so I've heard that you guys have been doing a lot of bad things. And they all start screaming. They're like, let us repent! Let us repent! And Lucian says, I haven't even told
Haley,
you what the bad things are. What?
Haley, I just saw the list. You were really dedicated into writing those 4 things down and marking them off as done.
Yeah.
And he's like, I haven't even told you guys what you did wrong yet. And they just keep screaming repent. And he's like, okay, shut up. And they all go quiet. And he says, all right. He says, 2 things. Okay. Chimil. And they're all their eyes get really big. They're like, Chimil. Not a heretic. Yeah, they all know her. No, he says, not a heretic. Stop hunting her. She's a loyal follower of Lathander. And Lathander loves her, so if you kill her, he'll probably kill you. Their eyes get really big. They're like, oh. And he says, second, vampires are good. So don't kill Josie either.
All fish are friends, not food.
He was like, and if you don't believe me, both Shamil and Josie at some point will walk in here and not burn before your eyes, and therefore
You just teleport them here as they're in binds.
That's a good point. He teleports them here, and they like Shamil and Josie. You guys appear, and you're in front of the Church of Lathander, and everyone's gasping. And he says,
Josie is, what the fuck?
and he says, okay, now chill out though. He's like, they're in binds not because they're bad people, but because they're two good people. Okay, that's why they're in binds right now.
Just like, could you at least take me out of these binds? Like, you're already doing
He says,
it now.
No,
so.
and then he teleports you guys back, and he says, okay, and then he keeps talking to the Church of Lathander, and he says, okay, second, I'm gonna write y'all a
write y'all up.
I'm gonna write y'all a Bible, and it's gonna be the right Bible, and it's gonna be a good Bible, okay? Because the shit y'all are preaching right now isn't it. It's not what y'all should be preaching, okay? I'll fix it for you, okay? And they're like, yes, holy Lathander's son, holy sir, holy. And they're like, wait, what's your name? One yells, and he says, oh, my name's Lucian. And they're like, holy Lucian!
This is the church right now, y'all. This is the church. They're trying to go after
the Father, the Son. Who's the Holy Spirit?
Well, I mean, Lucian hasn't died yet, so I guess we'll see.
Oh no.
And
man, the kid's attending church service right now.
Lucian gives thumbs up and he says, cool, so we're all on the same page, right? If I see one more death threat, you're not gonna go to Lathander's realm when you die.
What is Lathander doing? What is he doing?
You guys see the sun shining very brightly in the windows.
He's eating some cereal right now.
Go get some, bro.
And he's like, cool. And he says, well, hopefully I don't have to see y'all again until I give you the Bible. So be good people. Don't hurt my family. Thanks. And he teleports out with everybody else.
they're family.
Yeah, no, they're like, oh my god, holy shit. And they're fucking going through it after you guys leave. And on to the nobles.
They're going through it.
You want to see what Luna's doing right now?
What's Luna doing?
She found a nun outfit.
Bro, you did not go with that group. Siren went with that group.
Siren with the group.
No.
Luna went with the nobles.
You're with the nobles. The kids went with Lucian.
Well, guess what? Siren now is dressed like a nun. He has a nun outfit that he stole.
Please.
And you guys, the kids return back to where they were. Okay, and then y'all handled that situation so good. And then we're on to the nobles. You guys get there, and the nobles are actually amidst the meeting. And Archeon glances back, and he's like, I fucking knew it. And he walks in, and he says, okay. He says, Sabora, Strahd, and he goes, eh. And he says, okay, so what I need you guys to do for me is I need you to both stand at my sides as I talk, okay? Just stand
she
there.
has like a big goofy smile. She's like, okay.
And he says, and all you have to do is stand there. And just remember, these are the people who tried to kill Josie. Okay? Just keep that thought on the tip of your heads.
Her smile, she instantly like gets a scowl on her face. She's like,
and Strahd looks over at Sabora and mimics the same exact scowl.
What does Luna do?
So goofy, I can't.
What does Luna do?
Luna has an axe and a bat. One in each hand. She's ready to go. She's ready to tear head. She's ready to fight people.
I want to be one of the nobles in the audience, please. Can I attend that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you guys walk on. Y'all walk in. JK, you guys don't walk in. Archeon pulls out his axe and puts it on his shoulder, and he kicks down the fucking door and walks in. And he walks up to the table that everyone's sitting at. They're all like staring at him like, what the fuck? And he swings his big ass axe and he nails it in the middle of the table, and all of the papers that are on it fall to the floor. And he pushes down on the axe and it cracks the table in half, and he says, I feel like someone forgot to invite us to this meeting. I feel like our invitation conveniently got forgotten. Huh.
I agree. Weird. Crazy.
Well,
He says, oh, and if you don't know who we are, I'm Archeon, and this is the Ildershire clan.
clan.
Clan?
I'm sorry, there's only 2 Ildershires.
That's actually incorrect. If we're talking about technicalities, right?
There's hundreds of us. Those
Talking about technicalities, the Ildershires
Aeon,
are.
Beon, Sion.
We're talking about technicalities. We have Leon and we have Josie, but we also have Shamil, who married in, and we also have Leaf by that logic, and we also have Lucian by that logic, and we also have me by that logic.
The Peston household with the fucking Ildershire.
He holds out a piece of paper and he shows them.
Oh God! Is it
and then he grabs another piece of paper and he puts it down and he says, yes. And he says, matter of fact, here's the marriage document. And on this one, here's the merging of the Peston and the Ildershire household.
Pestonshire.
Y'all are married? Wait, hold on. Let me put this now. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Archeon gestures for Strahd to cover Luna's mouth, and so he does.
Oh no!
And Archeon says, alright, now we're all aware. You fuck with the Ildershires. You fuck with me. Okay? And I think we can all agree, right? That you don't want to fuck with me. Okay?
Oh God! One of the nobles, like, you know how like it's a load of barnacles. I actually imagine the Ildershire crest is actually like a daisy, like a flower.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute, but one of them's like, he's gonna merge with the house with like the worst crest ever.
What does that have to do with this? Is a load of barnacles.
That's how he whispers it to another noble.
Oh, this is a load of barnacles.
Archeon, after a second, this noble dude blinks, and Archeon has him by the throat, and he says, "Oh, you think that they're the weakest noble house? Amusing, because last time I checked, the Pestons were the best, right? The reason you didn't invite me to this meeting was because you guys were too afraid of the alliance that I have built with the Ildershires. But now that the Pestons and the Ildershires have merged, doesn't that make the Ildershires the best noble house here?"
All of them are so scared to speak right now. I bet they're all trembling, bro.
And he says, oh, and before I forget, if I see another death threat, Sabora here and Strahd here are going to see you in your sleep. And you're lucky if you live till the next morning. Isn't that right, Sabora?
She shakes her head a lot. She's like, uh-huh.
And isn't that right, Strahd? And Strahd also does the same thing.
Anything for mommy.
And he says, okay, so if I made my point inherently clear to you all. And everyone's silent. And he says, I'll take that as a yes. And oh, if I don't get a letter for the next meeting, it's all your heads. And he smiles and he turns and he gestures for everyone. He gestures for all of his gang. You guys all walk out and he takes his
Luna's
papers
still
with him.
Luna's still going, are you
Talking through the hand.
No, like Scar takes his hand off and she's like, she takes her axe and she like slams it on the table and she cracks it in half. Like, that's a warning. And then she walks
He already
away.
did that, you stupid. He already did that.
And
She does it again.
She would.
And then she takes silverware in her food. She's like, I'm gonna take this, the fancy cheese platter. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
take it platter.
The nobles are
She
just like
walks.
watching her like, who is this bitch?
Luna's still gotta sort out the marriage thing with Leon and Archeon.
Yeah, and you guys all teleport back, and now everyone's back together, and they go ahead and untie you three, Leon, Shamil, and Josie.
Leon fell asleep. And Josie's like crossing her arms and it's like, did you all deal with the problems that you didn't have to solve?
They all nod.
Extensively.
Yeah, all of them nod the same way. And Josie's like, did you have fun?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Extensively.
You know you don't have to do that, right?
We want to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Josie forgets that love goes two ways.
We have to assert our dominance.
Dominance!
Yeah. Have you looked at us, Mommy? Have you looked at us?
I mean, yeah,
Honestly.
that's true, but you didn't have to assert your dominance with our problems.
And as you guys are talking, you see Archeon sorting through his papers.
Luna time.
She's like, excuse me, what do you mean by married?
Your problems are my problems, Mommy. It's okay. It's okay.
Samora just talks over that. I love that energy.
She would.
And Josie's like,
what do you mean by
yes,
married?
yes.
Your problems are my problems, Mommy.
And Josie goes up to, and Sabora's like, yes, and I appreciate it. I love you very much.
Pat,
What do you
pat.
mean you guys are married?
What?
You're married?
Who?
You?
Oh, you mean Josie and Shamil? Yes.
You were there for the wedding. You were there for the wedding.
You were
No,
there for the wedding. They did get married.
No. You and Leon.
You.
Y'all married?
Were you married when you had
No.
Siren? And, so then you must be talking about Shamil and Josie, because no one else here is married, I don't think.
Snatching that paper. Let me see that paper real quick.
What paper?
You want... Give me the paper. I want to see what's on that paper.
I don't know what you're talking about. What paper?
Bro, let me snatch the paper, Mary.
I don't know who Mary is.
You know what? I hope your kids don't get your weird speech impediment.
Leon whispers it like Josie's like, I'm about to make a wish, and she's like, what was she gonna make? Please don't say you're gonna summon another foot-long sandwich.
For the last time, Leon, Subway does not exist.
Is Luna gonna snatch the papers out of Archeon's hand?
Yeah, she's gonna try anyway.
Bro, Archeon's got him in a whole ass folder of a bunch of other papers. Good fucking luck finding them.
You know what? Luna just looks at him like, you know what? I hope your kids don't get your weird ass speech impediment.
What?
Huh?
Speech impediment?
You know what? Speech impediment? That, whatever that is. Weird.
Whatever what is?
Whatever what is. Who says what?
No.
Do you mean my accent?
Fucking Samara comes out here with Nar.
Leon's gonna wish the papers that he signed into Leon's hands.
No, he's not.
He wants to know. He's curious.
Fuck. Okay, yeah. You want to make the wish?
Yeah, he's gonna do it silently.
Yeah, you make the wish, and you see two papers flitter out of the folder, and they come flying towards you, Leon. And Archeon goes, "Fuck."
And he's like, I'm curious, so he's gonna look at the papers.
Okay, yeah, you look at the first paper and it's Josie's signature paper. And it's talking of the merging of the Peston and Ildershire household.
By the
Oh
way,
shit!
he's holding this paper like 3 inches from his face. You cannot see it. He's gonna go to the next one.
It 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 isn't. It's a marriage document.
Leon's like,
Oh no! Oh no! I can't.
Arnar!
I'm laughing. Leon doesn't know what to say. Like, no, Archeo's watching him read it 3 inches from his face, and he's like, and something.
Archeon's like, okay, I'll stop you there. So everyone here knows that you guys signed those illegally, right? So therefore they're null and void. But I had to have them signed in order to go to the noble.
Yes. Woohoo!
I mean, Leon's like, what I mean, the marriage document isn't so bad.
Archeon blinks like a bunch of times.
I know this is not about to be how y'all propose. Y'all gotta do better.
Honestly, it makes sense. But I don't know if this is a proposal or not, but Leon's like, I mean, the marriage document's not bad.
Archeon's like dumbfounded.
No, you don't want to marry this man. He's
I mean, I already said I wanted a future with you, so.
No.
Leon's like, I mean, I already said
Mr. Krabs.
future with you, Archeon, so.
He's doing that like puppy dog face. He's just like staring at him like, oh.
He's about to cry on the spot.
Yeah, no, he's got that fucking tears in his eyes, just staring at him like.
he hugs Archeon and he's like, maybe not the proposal right now, but eventually later after everything.
Archeon says, yeah, he says, however, we definitely do have to fake all of this with everyone else. So that's gonna be a problem for future sake. Unless, Josie, you just want to merge the Peston and Ildershire household. That paper could be real.
I mean, why not? Are there any other Pestons that are gonna object? I mean, why would she?
No, Allura and Shauna don't give a shit. Probably.
Allura and Shauna shrug and they say, "We're cool."
They don't give a shit. Like, they literally don't. And Josie's like, I had this. I think I've decided what I wanted to do. So,
Archeon says, "Well, let me stop you for a moment." He says, "So, in merging the households, you get to keep everything that you still have, and you still get to run your city, and you still get to have a noble household name that actually is a good noble household." He says, so therefore, this really doesn't affect you anything other than having Ildershire and Peston.
You get to have my town.
No, you have your own
No,
town.
you get to have the town I own.
What?
Oh my god. He said what so hard the fucking mic broke.
No, he's like flabbergasted, bitch.
Josie's serious too. She's not, like, you can tell she's not bluffing.
Fucking he fucking tackle hugs her. He's like crying, like big boy tears.
Okay.
Just shaking her back and forth like.
You had a lot of news for one day. Stop.
He's just crying his eyes out, like, oh my god,
Me and Shamil have decided on a few paths we want to take.
He stares at her.
One of them was going on our own adventure after everything.
Aw.
What is Luna say?
Retirement.
Kind of, but maybe like dangerous.
Vacation.
Anyway, we won't go to details into that one. That was like kind of an awful one. And the other was staying here to help Spring.
I don't need help.
Aw.
I'm cool.
No, we're going to
No,
be
go on
around here.
vacation. Go.
No, the vacation was us going around
Retirement.
doing.
Never come back.
Oh.
Live your life.
No.
I don't think
Spring,
y'all would not like hearing from us for 3 years.
No, that's very true. But for as long as we can hold out.
Which is a week.
Yeah, I mean, if you see Sabora just like manifest, you know it's too long.
See, I remember I tried to go on vacation during the whole like 20 years or 10 years, and I got a flurry of letters from every single one of you.
And yeah, and Sabora definitely just kind of manifested.
Yeah, that was also
Sometimes.
another point.
Just
was
but
like,
I mean, like we could probably give you a couple days. We could probably give you a couple of days after all this.
No, we're fine. Honestly, I did not see myself like not helping anybody and having a vacation. I mean, I got hit by a meteor. So I mean, if that says anything about my vacation, it's death.
I got hit by a meteor. Death is her vacation.
If I go on vacation, somebody's gonna come out and suddenly kill me and probably Shamil. She was like, "I'm not even immortal, immortal." So
yeah, that is kind of problematic.
It's not really problematic.
No, it most definitely is problematic.
Why is it? Who's saying it's problematic?
Everyone.
You hear a small voice in the background.
Shamil's like, it's okay though. I got like 230 more years.
That's a long time.
That's not long enough.
I mean, everybody else lives for like 700 or 800 or mortal, but
Or
like
forever.
that's not, or forever.
Except
but it's
Luna.
fine. Yeah.
You're just laughing. Not funny.
See, Shamil's like, it's fine. I mean, like, time passes.
I guess.
Everyone's just like fancy. Why is Luna feeding Leo and Jesse fancy cheese crackers?
Tied up.
We're not tied up anymore.
Lucian raises his hand.
What's up, Lucian?
Are we not going to discuss the fact that Siren is in a nun costume?
No.
No,
we're not.
All right, I think it's fine.
Okay,
No.
as long as we're all cool with that.
We're good.
No, outfit.
I'd rather stay around and help Nick Cerberus out than anything.
Lucian also says, "Oh, I didn't get to tell you what we did at the place. So I went there and I was like, I'm Lathander's son, and they were like, oh my god, it's Lathander's son. And I told them that they were believing everything wrong, and I told them I would write them a Bible, and I told them that not to hate you guys because you're my family, and Lathander will kill them."
I mean, that's fair enough because Lathander would kill them. but Shamil's like, did you see the guy that killed my best friend there?
He thinks for a moment and he says, I don't know what he looks like.
I don't remember either, but I know he killed my best friend. That was like really long ago, though.
I can go ask. If I find him, I'll kill him for you.
You don't got to. I think he's probably
it's okay.
really
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I'll handle it.
Shamil's like, okay.
They'll think of it as poetic justice because I'm Lathander's son. He gives a smile.
Oh my god. Jesse's like, I can't keep my problems to myself.
I can't keep my problem to myself.
Leon's like, oh yeah, I gotta throw all my bongs in my lab.
Oh.
And as you guys are bonding and everything, Casimir approaches and gestures that it's time for the funeral.
Okay. Funeral time.
Yeah, you
Funeral
guys all
time.
Pre-game of funeral.
You guys all Spring actually grabs you, Siren, and throws you in a room and says, Go change into your clothes, your proper ones.
What? This is appropriate for a church. And he does like a spin. Isn't it cute?
We're not
Oh
having it in a church.
no!
It's outside.
Oh no!
Arr,
And he goes
Oh
like,
no!
he looks at it and
I
he goes
can't.
like, I just
I'm
want to make you
gone. I'm
laugh a little bit.
deceased.
That's all.
I'm dead.
Why
Yeah,
you sound so far away, Kiara?
yeah, she sounds really far away.
Why?
Or no.
Keep talking.
Hello?
Yeah, you sound
Kind
better.
of. Yeah.
She's like, well, I just want to make you laugh
Never
a little
mind.
bit.
She's so bad.
When? Hello?
Okay, that
Kiara?
sounds good.
Does it really? Does it sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost a train of thought. What were we talking about? What were we saying?
Siren and Spring was trying to get him to change.
Oh yeah. Aaron's like, don't you think it's cute though? And like he does a spin. He's like, I just want to make you laugh a little, and it's gonna be a hard evening for you.
She smiles, and she hands him a tux and says, "I appreciate it, but it'll be fine." And she closes the door for him to change, and she heads out. And you guys all go and you take your seats and everything at the funeral, and a bunch of people bought flowers, and people from all over, both Earth and Nick Cerberus, important figures and people, they all show up. And they do a little thing talking about they're in a better place and shit like that up there. One of like the priests or whatever. It is like the fucking grown up funeral, or
What
as
kind of
you
funeral
spelled
is
it, funny
not
raw.
grown up? What kind of funeral is not grown up? What, like my pet hamster died?
And the priest is up there talking, and he's like, Lathander, bless their souls. And all that shit. And people are like
Oh,
laying
thank
down
God.
flowers on their graves and everything. Well, their caskets, I suppose, is a better way to put it. And Spring and all you guys go up and you take your flowers and put them on the casket.
Gretchen
And
actually leaves the gift she had for them on their casket.
oh,
Eliana had a music box and Alex had a letter.
Oh. What if they read the letter like as like a, you know how people will like say things at funerals? What if like the letter was read?
They do not want that letter read.
Oh, okay.
To random ass people they don't know.
And Spring actually will pick up the letter and she'll hand it back to you guys and say, maybe when everyone leaves you can read it or something.
There's nothing in it right now, so I don't have anything planned.
Oh, what, Jacqueline?
Oh, I did, and then I lost it.
Dang it. Huh.
It was a sweet letter to Onyx from Shimon and Josie. I think the summary of it was them just saying that they're happy to have him there because
Oh,
they're like kind of like a big figure for them.
yeah. So basically, it's something you would say at a funeral. That's crazy.
It would, but it's like more personal, like
Yeah.
personal moments with them.
Yeah.
Well, since you don't have anything, you can just fudge it.
I can fudge it. I can't. That's the summary of it. It's just basically to Onyx.
Fudge it.
Fudge it.
Fudge it.
It's like you got my responsibilities. I just said this.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh.
It's just I don't know how to make up shit on that, but it's just
Okay.
sweet shit.
She takes the letter. She puts it with the music box back. And they start throwing the dirt. And
Dirt.
yeah, they gotta throw the dirt over the casket.
They cover it like a Minecraft move. They just go.
No, ma'am. And Spring goes to the front of everybody, and she celebrate the death and party.
Mardi Gras,
bro. That's how people in like Mexican culture do it, right?
Yeah. Body, we drink and we fuck up.
Definitely not how they're gonna do this for royal funeral.
Sorry, no Mexican things going on here.
Damn it. Here.
Josie wants her ashes spread amongst the crowd on the ceiling fan.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Spring goes up to she goes up to the front of the crowd and she says she's got tears in her eyes. She's really upset. And she's standing before like millions of people, by the way. Like there's a lot of fucking people here. You guys are at the front though. And she takes a bow to you guys and everyone else and to the caskets, and she says I hope. What was that?
Sorry.
I did not. I promise. I swear to God, I did not.
That was me snorting. I'm sorry. So her Kiara like tap on something with like it sounds like long ass nails, even though I know she doesn't. I went. Sorry.
God. Anyway.
No.
Spring. Let me get through this really quick. Okay.
Yeah, please let me get through it.
Spring says,
Go.
Mom, Dad, she says, and her voice trails off for a minute, but she reconnects and continues. She says, I promise that I'll make you guys proud. I promise that I'll do 1,000,000 times better than your wildest dreams could have had for me. And I hope that after years of fighting and raising me and this country right and this world right, that you guys can finally rest. And I promise I'll do better than our enemies. And I promise that I'll do right by our friends and our family.
Oh.
And she lays a hand on their caskets and she's crying her eyes out. And she I'm
sorry.
Quiet.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
And she says to them both, she says, I love you for the last time. And they finish up burying the caskets and the tombstones and everything are laid and placed. And people start filing out, and you guys are left with Spring and everybody and all of the people who stay in the castle after a couple hours. And it starts sprinkling, and then it starts thundering and lightning, and it starts becoming a really hazardous storm.
Damn.
What's Lathander doing?
You see in the distance, like a light in the distance, but you don't think Lathander has anything to do with this.
It's just genuine storm.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
He's gotta let it storm sometime.
You can't just drops across the world.
And Spring's sitting on her knees, and she has been sitting here since everyone left at her parents' graves.
No, Shimon and Jesse definitely stay near her.
Siren is going to be bold. He's going to walk up over there and put a hand on her shoulder. Like, you don't have to prove to them anything. You've already done it while they were here.
She nods. And you put your hand on her shoulder, right?
Yeah.
She does that thing where whenever someone puts like their hand on your shoulder, you put your hand on their hand. That's what she does.
Oh. I promise. You're gonna be a great leader and a great, you're gonna lead this country and do country things with it. I promise.
She gives a small smile, and she stands to her and she walks back in and she says, I think I've made my decision. And you guys all head in and surround her, and Zeron's there as well now at this point. And she looks at Zeron and looks at everyone else and she says, so I have made a decision on whether or not I want to run this country or this world.
Wait.
Then she says, before I say my decision, does anyone have anything they want to say about this first?
No, not really.
You're good.
Okay. She says, I want to relinquish my title and give it to Zeron,
Nice.
and I do not want to rule Nick Cerberus.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Like honestly, I was like, man, that's fine.
Yeah, honestly, anything she chose, you know,
I would. None of us would have any judgment towards her.
Yeah,
not really.
she takes a breath and she says, my parents died because they were the rulers of Nick Cerberus. And they had all of these enemies. And they had raised me to be a ruler, but I don't think that's what's best for me, because as much as I love them, I don't want to end up like them.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
And I don't
Fair
want
enough.
the people around me to feel like how I feel right now.
Aw.
Oh,
Sweet.
And she says, and also I think I'll be able to protect my world a lot better if I wasn't the one ruling it.
No, that's preach.
that's fair enough.
Zeron also chimes in. He says, also, it's not like she's relinquishing her title. She's still gonna be princess, and all that good stuff. It's just I'm gonna be the one running things.
Cool.
On the throne.
Yeah.
Well, how are you gonna run two places at once, Zeron?
He shrugs. He says, I can do it. It's not a big deal.
He can
There, I
ask
have
Archeon.
friends. I can yes, Archeon. He's like, I have trusted advisors and such. I'm not too worried about running two places at once. He says, however, though she won't be ruling it with, like, she won't be in charge of it, she will be assisting me with it in case I die one day, because I'm probably going to die a lot sooner than she is. So therefore at some point she's gonna have to rule, but for now she's good.
Cool. What you gonna do, Spring, now? Got the whole future ahead of you.
She says, oh, well, I'm gonna go kill Abaddon.
We're all gonna kill his ass.
Naturally.
And that's where we're gonna end the session today.
That's fair enough.
Sick. Fair enough.
What do you think of the session?
It was funny, like it, and sad.
Good.
But
I
very
like it.
good.
We were all
Just
whack ass hoes this session.
Wait, Josie needs to give the rest of the gifts. I haven't drawn the rest of the other gifts though, because I've been so tired.
I don't.
I feel like
blame
it's
you.
very fitting that all the kids and shit were like, you know what, let's go kill our enemies. Well, threaten our enemies, not necessarily kill, I guess.
I also think it was cute, just to kind of like wrap up all of the smaller problems.
I'm sorry, Josie's was not a problem.
It was most definitely a problem.
It's okay. They just can be on the run.
They can just be on the run.
I mean, well, how are you gonna catch a vampire?
Honestly.
And after finishing this, you know what that means?
What?
Whenever we have our next session, that'll be our last one for this campaign.
I want to. I want to touch the characters a little more. Let me hold them.
Behold them.
Let me interact with at least at the last few.
I'm gonna miss Sabora so much. I love her to death.
Oh, yeah.
I could give a less of a shit about Luna. Goodbye.
What about Siren?
Oh no, I love Siren. He's so sweet. I love him.
Well, bye.